this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Rocket League. We are broadcasting from the Boise State Esports Arena. Tonight, we kick off exciting Week 3 of our Esports Tower Rumble series as we continue our very special month on stream. We're raising money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, an organization that helps make the dreams and wishes of critically ill children come true. Gaming wishes are among the fastest growing requests from sick kids. These kids are often stuck in hospitals or isolated at home due to their illnesses, and gaming provides them with a much-needed escape and a chance to connect with others. So if you love supporting a great cause, please consider donating to Make-A-Wish. Your contribution will help us grant even more gaming wishes and bring a smile to the faces of these incredible children. I am your host, Colby Alloway, and joining me to call all of the action is Colin McJunkin. So tonight, what are you expecting from these Esports Tower Rocket League teams? We're going to see the Barracudas, the black and the white, and then we're also going to see the Wolves, and we're going to see the Stingrays, Hammerheads, and the Wolves and Eagles.
The Eagles, the Wolves and the Eagles would be an interesting one because I believe those are teams that I don't remember off the top of my head who exactly is on the bracket. From that schedule alone, not seeing the Lynxes is a little bit of a breather here, allowing other teams to have the possibility to get points and catch up in the leaderboard and keep this competition a little closer. I believe the Barracudas, both teams, the white and the black, are teams we have not seen yet so far in the season. So I'm also excited to see those teams in terms of what they have to offer because those are still the unknowns we have in today's competition.
Eagles, Mammoths, Hammerheads, Lynxes, and Wolves. So far, I think the Lynxes have been one of the breakaway teams that we will not be seeing today. So we're kind of going to see who else is going to join them because the Wolves have also been a pretty dominating team, and we'll see them in one of the later matchups here tonight. What do you think of the Barracudas split?
Interesting because the Barracudas predominantly in the past have been has been a team that's been very strong and can be associated with strong players in terms of Rocket League. So I'm a little interested to see that team split up and exactly what results the individuals will yield. But we do have the standings here. Like I said, the Lynx being top 4 once again. We do see a Mammoths player, and we're seeing a little more diversity there. I do see a Stingrays player, which I'm really hoping the Stingrays end up being a team that's top competitor. It's just we got to see them play more games.
And just as a reminder of how we get to these standings, 3 points for a sweep, 2 points for a series win that is not a sweep, and 1 point for participating in a series loss. And these points are also available to any players on the team that have subbed in for a map, and points can be removed as coaches deem fit for poor sportsmanship.
Yeah, which is always an important thing to have because especially when it's all in-house stuff as well, rivalries can become intense. So it's good to put a little bit of regulation cap on those rivalries. But nevertheless, that first matchup, the Barracudas, both squads going against each other. An interesting way to start talking about in-house rivalries, but nevertheless, there's no better way to sort of determine who's the top dog in terms of either Barracuda team than pin themselves against each other right at the start.
As we get ready to start our first match, let's remind our friends on Twitch to support your team, celebrate successes, and be respectful to the other friends. Mods will remove anybody that violates chat rules. And with those chat rules, we also have some docs keys to transition more into some mechanical rules for the game. And Doc's keys to the game in Rocket League are to create mistakes, punish overcommits, play walls better, and demo to disrupt. And Doc's keys to the game are presented today by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. And then it seems like the division between Barracudas Black and Barracudas White, it looks like Gababy and Quez are going to try to see how Kylar fits into the white. So we're going to see kind of what goes on there.
Gababy, it's a pretty household name at this point when it comes to Esports Tower. So I'm expecting big things from Gababy, but you know, on the side of Gababy's the one on the side of the white. Yeah, on the side of the white.
I think Yags and Adrift are the two that I want to highlight on the side of the black here. It looks like both of their icons. We do see Quez just barely going to miss that touch on the ball. Wow, a demo onto the Gababy really opens up the field for Quez, who passes it to Kylar. Kylar just a little bit too far forward. Going to bounce it. Going to hit that with the back of their car. Now currently in possession of the ball. It looks like Yags is going to be the next to touch. Bounce it off of the back wall. Ooh, and Gababy's going to steal it from Fuge there. And then Adrift gets the next touch, whereas Gababy goes up the sidewall, pops it in the air, and then Fuge is going to touch it once more, kind of going on the side. We've got a little bit of side control here pretty dominantly for Barracudas Black.
Quez going to get a beat, though. Off the sidewall, Kyler going to take a shot off the backboard. Gababy there to follow up. It's going to hit Kyler on the back of the car, and Yag's going to get a clear, but bumped off. It's off the Quez possession here. One touch going to get over Drift. Bumps down. This is a free possession for Yags. Yags going to boom it. Kyler on the backboard. Going to get a clear over to the left side corner here. Now Gababy to pick up on it. Gets one touch. Adrift is there. Going to get just a singular touch on the backboard. That's going to be an easy little clear for Kyler. But Fujay keeping this blue corner. And Yags also with the assist, keeping the corner, but Quez going to get the big clear.
And it looks like with that, we see Drift get the next touch, kind of bounce it off of the sidewall there, straight to Gababy, who gets a shot on goal, but it looks like Yags is going to be the one that defends against that. And now with a massive clear all the way over in front, now it is the Barracudas white that are defending their goalpost, and they that defense is sadly not enough. Our first goal scored, 3 minutes and 41 seconds remaining. Barracudas black up 1.
I am sort of, Yags has always been a more mechanical player that we've seen in the past before, and also in Adrift. Also a very common name that's been spoken here on the side of Esports Tower Rocket League. I'm expecting, just based off of numbers and names, Black might be the stronger team here. Nevertheless, Adrift is going to get one touch rebound to blue field. Gababy is going to get one attempt to get a 50. Is he able to get the 50? Keep it in the orange corner here. A shot on net. It's a bit wide left. Kyler comes in to try and clean it up. Gets blocked out. Quez to put a little bit of a baby shot on the net. It's just going to float its way in. And as I'm saying that, the score gets tied up.
3 minutes and 6 seconds remaining, and it looks like Fuge is going to win the 50-50, sending things over into the blue, and then immediately after we see them chasing the ball up the sidewall, and then we see Kylar kind of send things over, and it looks like Yags is trying to get the next touch. They got to find a way to steal it away from Kylar there, who actually gets a massive clear all the way into the orange, and Adrift is going to keep it about in the midfield, do a little bit of an aerial dribble there, gets the second touch, but then unfortunately the ball is stolen, and now it is Yags that gets the next touch, and now it's Kylar currently in possession of the ball, passes it to Gababy before getting the ball stolen by Fuge and sent over into that back right-hand corner there, and it looks like Fuge and Kylar, now Yags and Gababy are just kind of fighting in front of this goalpost. We see members in pairs of 2 face off. And it looks like nobody's scored yet. 2 minutes and 28 seconds remaining. Score Barracudas white and Barracudas black tied 1-1.
Maybe trying to play it on Yags. Doesn't have the power to get it around. Qued's going to get a 50 here. Knocks out the backboard. Fuge attempts to get the clear. He's going to be able to do it. Gababy gets off the sidewall. Isn't going to be able to do it. Blue corner here. Qued's going to get a soft touch, but Yags sitting on the wall waiting, gets a 50. Kyler has to update. Gababy, a little bit of double commit. Quez goes for it, gets the touch on the sidewall here. Gababy might have a shot, gets blocked out by Adrift. A lot of pressure here in the blue corner right now as Adrift gets one more touch, looking for the pass, but the touch is a bit too strong. And Kyler's going to make the correct 50 prediction on the sidewall. Get possession, go for the flipper set, get it under Fujay. But Adrift was there to assist. Maybe might have put the team in a dangerous spot. She actually take a shot, but decides not to go for it.
And it looks like now Yags is currently in possession of the ball, going to send things over to, pass things over to Adrift a little bit there, and it looks like Kyler and Quez kind of going in aggressively. It looks like Gababy's going to elevate, kind of bounce things over in the corner. We see Quez waiting in the midfield. Ooh, but Gababy actually doesn't pass, going to instead try to get the shot on goal themselves. And unfortunately, that shot on goal does not go in. And it looks like Kyler gets the next touch, but only just sends the ball up into the skybox. Now it is Gababy's turn for Barracudas white to try to score a goal, but Yags is just on the defensive, ruining those plans. Kyler gets the next touch, but Adrift is in net to stop that ball from getting any closer. Now we see Quez trying their hand, and ooh, almost able to aerial dribble that all the way in. But with that, it looks like Yags with the successful defense is going to send things all the way over into the blue. Adrift waiting in the midfield, pops that ball up in the air. Is this the beginning of a Barracudas black goal? No, Kyler's going to go ahead and defend. And it looks like Fuge is fighting them for possession of the ball as Yags joins the battle for possession.
Fujay, once again, he take a touch, trying to play it around Quez one more time. Going to get a pinch with the sidewall here, looking for the pass. No boost though. Kyler's going to get the clear here, but Adrift makes the read on the sidewall. Going to keep the blue corner here. Now Yags up for one more touch, gets the reset off the ceiling, looking to play around one more. Almost gets the touch, but is pinched out. Now the ball in the orange corner here. Fujay going to have to retreat back. Gets a 50 with Kyler. Adrift looking to connect with Yags on this pass here. Not going to be able to do it. Now Yags gets one touch off the backboard here. Gababy with the backboard defense, going to pass it around. Fujay isn't able to get a touch. Now it's Gababy, but nobody there to contest. The pass over to Kyler from the sidewall. Keep this ball up. 4 seconds left. This game is still tied. Kyler off the sidewall here, or Quez off the ceiling. Was trying to set up Kyler, not able to do it. The clock strikes 0, and we're going back to OT.
And it looks like Kyler's going to barely win the 50-50. Quez kind of going in to pick it up. Ooh, right over Fuge. Style points. It looks like Barracuda's white first map victory is going to go over to Quez on that amazing kind of just style point shot just above the defender.
Yeah, just getting the flick there. A beautiful 50-50 kickoff for them. A beautiful kickoff for them off the 50-50 control from the side. I believe that was Kyler was the one that took the shot and made the flick. Really beautiful. Really tough for Fujay. You either have to shadow that. Unfortunately for him, he let the attacker get super close into the net, and then from there it's just going to be either, if this flick was any bit decent, it was going to be really difficult for Fujay to clear that ball and save it. So difficult, not impossible, very difficult. But I sort of have to eat my own words here, because I was talking about how the black team, name-wise, was the more mechanical team here so far, but this Barracuda team, no wonder they've been hidden for us for 2 weeks now, because both sides are looking pretty strong.
So strong they needed to split, I think, is also the important thing to keep in, just kind of keep in the back of our minds here. So we're going to see kind of which Barracuda is the superior Barracuda as we get into map number 2 in our best of 5.
Started off, White was the one to take it first. Will they be able to prevail? Will they be able to keep pushing forward here? Or will the other Barracudas team be able to take it back and tie it all up? We will see shortly as we head right into the game.
And it looks like, ooh, that 50-50 danced on the line exactly as it looks like now Yags is actually going to beat Quez to the ball and then pass it to Fujay down mid, and it looks like Fujay just barely misses that touch. And then we see a drift bounce it off of the back wall, but, ooh, Barracuda's White doing a strong back wall defense there. And then we see Fuj, actually get the ball immediately stolen from them by Gababy, and the ball just kind of drifts over into midfield before a drift themselves tries and make a shot on goal. Unfortunately, it is defended against, and then with a clear all the way over into the orange. Now Kylar's, looking to maybe put something in there. Yags playing a little bit of back wall defense there. We see Gababy kind of elevate to contest Fuj, but then run out of boost a little bit too soon there. And then we see Adrift currently in possession of the ball. Now Yags send it further, and it looks like Kyler's going to be the next one to be able to touch. No, it's Quez with the setup on the wall there. And then Fuj is going to kind of stop a little bit of the ball's momentum, send it over into that left-hand corner there, get the next touch. It looks like this is just kind of the Yags show as they pass to their teammates here, and Adrift elevates to get the next touch on the ball as Gababy elevates to jump.
Alex and Catherine making the lead, gets the control here. Quez went for the free jump, wasn't able to get it. Fujay trying to get around Kylar, also once again to no success. Quez attempted to get up for that, ended up barrel rolling to the side. Now Yags has a bit of control, and a demo frees up a lot of space here. Messes up the bit of touch, gonna get a back pass to Adrift. Drift with a lot of free real estate, doesn't have it anymore as Kyler gets the 50. Gababy trying to make the read off the side, wasn't gonna be able to do it. Now Fujay gets demoed. Quez has a lot of possession here. Off the sidewall, might have a beat though. Yags is able to get there just in time. Stop that play from progressing anymore.
You see Kyler still sending things over into the orange. No, instead it's going to stay over into the blue. Adrift currently in possession of the ball. Gababy goes up to fight him, but instead the ball is passed across the field to Yags, who dribbles it for a little bit on top of their car before Quez kind of disrupts that. And then it looks like it's Fuj and Gababy fighting for this next touch. Ooh! And then from the bottom right-hand corner just sends in before any defenders can get in net, putting our first point on the board for Barracuda's White, 3 minutes and 6 seconds in.
Beautiful passing play developed there by Barracuda's White. Now Gababy with possession on this corner wall here, trying to get it around one, is able to get around Drift, not able to do it around Fujay. Fujay gonna send it around the bend here, trying to keep possession here, a little bit of confusion, a missed touch in the corner here. Now it's Yags. Kyler tried to get the clear, wasn't able to get too much of the touch, but Gababy's gonna be able to connect with it. Now Fujay with very little boost. Gababy gets the read and the dunk, but it's just a bit wide. No goal for the side of White here. Adrift have a lot of room, gets the flicker on one, just a bit too wide as their follow-up. Oh, the missed shot!
To the right. Oh my God! Oops, no, that's a oopsie. And then we see Quez take possession of the ball. Ooh, and almost get a goal. Demo onto Fuj, putting us down one on Barracuda's Black. Even still, though, it looks like Barracuda's Black are the ones that have the momentum as they send the ball to midfield. No, right as we say that, Yags is going to kind of send it over into the blue, and it looks like Kyler's just volleying this ball back and forth with the drift.
Quez hits the reverse a little bit, gonna take time, take some space here, gets it around two. Now it's just Yags, solo defender. Gababy goes to the demo, tries to get Yags jumping, isn't gonna be able to do it. Now Yags with the possession, Gets it around Quez. Now it's just the reverse of Kyler in the back. Kyler's going to make a 50 challenge. Get the beat. Quez sent it to the backboard. Trying to make a read on a drift. Not able to do it. A drift to connect to Fuji on the sidewall. Fuji with the pass down to a drift. A drift around one. This could be the possession for the Barracudas black team, but it gets cleared by Gababy, and now a ping pong back from Yags. Now to Quez. Just going back and forth. Really nobody taking possession here so far. Gababy to Quez. Oh, the shot attempt off the backboard hits the corner of the goal. Not going to be able to do anything, but now it's Yags' turn to shine. Kyler's going to get a bit of a disrupt there and prevent any play from developing further, but a drift. Oh, there's a drift.
The defender just barely couldn't get there. You can't defend from the back of the net.
You cannot. You cannot.
With that, a minute and 13 seconds in tie, I think round number 2 is going to go into overtime. That's just my 2 cents.
It's entirely possible the way these two teams are playing right now. Fuji had the possession, close it out, get the team the lead, not going to be able to do it. Adref get the bang off the backboard here. Gababy plays the backboard defense, going to bang it back over to the sidewall here. Yags gets the 50 read, gets demoed for it though. Now Quez trying to get an air dribble, has to get it over Fuji, gets it under Fuji
gets it under instead.
Around the drift. Oh, no,
no, just too far to the right. Not like this. And then we see a drift get a breakaway because of that little miss shot there. And then we're all the way over into the blue, and it looks like we're going to pass the ball over to Yags. Quez kind of elevates to defend, gets clear all the way over into the orange, where Fuji is laying in wait to get the first touch on defense. Gababy kind of bumps to disrupt, but doesn't disrupt the defense enough. Ooh! And then it looks like a drift is going to go in goal, make sure that goal doesn't go in, and then we see a clear almost to mid. Actually, it's Kyler that gets the touch over a drift, but now the ball is in possession of Food. Now Yags, as they're going to take things down, straight down midfield, and pass to, it looks like Quez in that corner. Ooh, but Gababy coming in with the last second defense and clear.
No way.
That's an open net. A drift is just like, my work here is done. 3 seconds remaining, and the tie is now broken. So this is a goal off of the 50-50, or Barracuda's white are just going to win the round.
There's a chance with Yags here in the air, but Yags doesn't get the touch. Now it's with the drift. Drift gets it under 2 of them. The demo or the bump. No!
Oh, not like this. Crossbar coming in clutch for the side of the defenders there. Crossy best goal. Crossy best goalie.
It hurts the soul. It hurts the soul to see something like that.
Crossy's such a good goalie. He's killed Colin on Des.
What a beautiful play to get there. Yags misses it, fakes out 2 of the players. Adrift ends up taking control of it, gets it under 2 others, and then I don't remember. I can't remember the player, the third player's name, but that player was sort of the hero of that story because they got the bump on the last goalie, but then Adrift ended up. I think it's called Athening.
Too much y-axis.
Athena flick, yeah. You ended up Athena flicking drift. Everyone does it every once in a while. It's fine. It's okay. Get over it. Push on to game 3. I don't think we're going to have a series that's going to top this series so far. It has been tooth and nail so far.
Yes, the last goal. The hope for the last goal in the final 3 seconds off of the kickoff, and then Crossbar coming in. And the last goal that broke the tiebreaker being scored in that last minute, just kind of putting both of these teams who went to overtime in the first round. You know, but the Barracudas white are actually in a position to sweep. Right. Even though these games have been super close, and that feels a little bit deceptive to say that they're in position to sweep. So we're going to... Barracudas white are definitely looking to try to take this home. Barracudas black are looking for the reverse sweep.
Yeah, definitely looking for the reverse sweep here, and they definitely have the potential to do it because they've been. Granted, they have been on the back.
So close.
Yeah, they have been on the back foot the entire time, and it's one of those games that I feel like a broken record at this point. But it comes down to these macro decisions of these players. But it truly is because
and the accuracy of shots.
Yes, 100%. I do think that the Barracudas white team has been able to convert on a lot more of the shots they've found, and their defense has been slightly stronger than the black team. And that is just partial by this passing play. Quez was not in the position. Kyler get the 50. Adrift might have the read.
Oh, there's the second touch.
What a beautiful play to make there. Unfortunately, not going to be able to get the replay, but to play off of that pinch, beautiful. That's a once and a chance game, that shot that you're going to be able to take. You're never going to get that opportunity again. And Fuji is going to open it up.
But you're going to get an open net. You just send the ball sailing on in there for Fuji.
Already starting the game off strong.
4 minutes and 34 seconds. That's 30 seconds into this game, and the Barracudas black are already breaking away. You can see Adrift kind of breaking away with the ball. Massive side control there, and it looks like Gababy as the defender just going to scoop that out right from under them there. And then we see Quez kind of elevate, send things over into the corner. Yags is laying in wait, but it is Fuji that that gets the touch, and then we see Gababy kind of send things a little bit closer to mid. Kylar dribbling with the front side of their car here as Gababy goes up to get the touch, but it is Quez that actually is able to follow up on that touch there. And then it looks like, ooh, with a clear all the way over into the blue. Now can Gababy get there in time? No, but the shot is missed anyway off the sidewall. And we see Quez play a little bit of backboard defense here, passing things back and forth between Gababy as they advance on the field.
Really big missed opportunity there for the side of Barracudas Black. But Fujay puts himself in a position. Quez! Oh, but it doesn't matter.
Can't do it again, though.
It doesn't matter because Yags is there for the rebound. It's going to put the Barracudas Black up 3-0 here. Taking command in this game so far.
And it looks like Fujay is going to go up into the corner, and then we see Gababy bounce the ball over to Kylar. Ooh, actually, it's going to be stolen by Yags, and then we see Quez kind of bounce things over from the top left corner there, and then we see Kylar send things midfield where Quez is waiting, but Adrift is actually going to steal that touch and keep things over in the orange. Ooh, no, Fuj gets a massive clear. Can Kylar defend in time? They absolutely can, and then we see Kylar going to touch the ball, but Adrift is going to get there first, and now it's Quez that gets the next touch, and then we see Fuj and Kylar waiting as Kylar steals the next possession of the ball, and Yags just sends things so far sideways. Both of the teams have to run together.
Baby getting 50, not much room to work with here. Now Drift trying to make the dribble read, gets bumped off of it. Not going to be able to get much farther than that. Fuji gets the bump on Quez, though. Yags going to be able to clean it up off the backboard here. Kylar might have a shot. Gets 50'd out once again, and the shot was taken by Kylar. But a beautiful 50 read by Yags there is going to be absolutely denied any ability to take a shot. Now it's Yags on the sidewall trying to make a read. Kylar might have the beat of the 50. Gets the 50 instead. Now Drift to take some possession. Slams the ball on the ground there. It's just going to roll there. Now Gababy doesn't get the touch they're looking for. Fuji might have the pass they're looking for. Doesn't get the bump play. Adrift gonna have to make some possession plays here. Gets it around one, but leaves Kylar wide open. Kylar doesn't act fast enough. It's gonna get 50'd out. Fuji gets beat by Quez. Yags trying to make a hero play here. Now Gababy getting the 50 downwards. There's nobody in position on the blue team to make a shot. With 2 minutes and 10 seconds left here. Barracuda's white team has to find a goal if they really want a chance to come back to this game.
And then we see, it looks like there's a little bit of a clear, a little bit of a bounce. Ooh, but looks like Fujay is going to get the touch on there. And then we see Yags currently in possession of the ball. Quez up in the air, just looking to contest them there. Kylar and Fuj once again elevate. Kylar gets it past Fuj in the air, and then it looks like Adrift is not going to be able to get there in time, but that's fine because the shot goes wide, and there's a demo onto Kylar, which really opens up the Barracudas Black to really cross the field here as Kylar gets a clear to mid, but Yags is going to make sure it doesn't go much further than that. And then it looks like Gababy's fighting them for it. Quez is going to send things over into the orange corner there. Ooh, Kylar just barely goes too high to get the touch in the goal. And then we see a drifting Gababy fighting tooth and nail for this ball right now on the side of the field. And it looks like Kylar's going to kind of drift on into that situation as the ball is now in possession of Fuj. And actually, that's almost a shot on goal, but it looks like Kylar is able to just kind of subvert that before anything else can happen.
Quez looking to get a pinch here. He's going to be able to do it with about a minute, 5 seconds left here. Still no goal to the side of the Barracuda's white team. Kylar looking to find the first here, getting a little bit of dribble, trying to make a pass. Yags with some backboard defense, trying to play around Quez. Does get the 50. A little bit of an open net. If there's a shot possible, Drift's going to take it. Yags goes for this steal. And a little bit of too much aggression on the side of the Barracuda's white team is going to pay. It's not going to pay off for them. But, you know, I do like the attempt to go for the all or nothing play here with only a minute left. You might as well. You're down 3 goals. Now you're down 4.
It's a hockey strat. Take out the goalie, get another man on the field. I mean, you can't literally do that in Rocket League, but you can theoretically do that in Rocket League. As we elevate Yags, currently in possession of the ball. Gababy going to take it from the ground and then immediately get it smacked off of the hood of their car there. It looks like the ball's going to get cleared to midfield, giving Fujay perhaps an opportunity to score. And it looks like Quez is going to bump just enough to disrupt here. At this point, with 22 seconds, the White are looking to put something on the board here as Gababy sends things over into the corner. Quez sends things over into the opposite corner. It looks like it'll be Yags that'll touch that ball next. Ooh, actually, the ball is still over in the orange. The Barracuda's black defense hasn't been able to get a clear just yet, just as the ball passes midfield, and Gababy elevates to maybe get a clear for Barracuda's white.
Yags paying no more attention right there. That's going to be the Barracuda's Black staying alive for just one more game right there. they managed to hold it out. They managed to stay alive for one more game. I think the biggest thing that I saw that entire game was something that's been happening the entire series on the side of the Barracuda's white team was a lot of aggression, and that resulted in a lot of double commits, not only on the offensive side of plays, but also on the defensive side of plays. I found them a lot of the times, perhaps not double committing to the ball, but there's a lot of times two of them would go up for the ball. That's not only boost wasted, that's getting you out of position, and when used correctly, you out of position more often than not results in a goal put on the back of your net. And I just think the Barracudas Black were able to find a lot more goals in that sense, but they also were able to take a lot more mechanical shots as well that found their way into the back of the net.
I want to say goal accuracy.
Yeah.
Was the thing that I wanted to because there were a couple of times for Barracudas Black that the Barracudas White, their net was completely open.
Mm-hmm.
They just didn't have the shot accuracy to get it in there,
Yep.
but that was not a problem for the Barracudas Black this round. They saw an open net, they got it in.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, they took the shots they needed to, and they made the shots that absolutely required them for them to take the goal and to take the lead. So, they get the W at the end of the day. The Barracudas White, if they end up rebalancing that aggression that they ended up finding, they'll have a chance to get back into this game and hopefully close it out. But the sweep potential for them is gone now. They have to settle for 2 points here for both sides if the Barracudas Black ends up reverse sweeping.
I feel like a reverse sweep should be its own point bracket because I feel like it really takes a lot of mental fortitude that perhaps should be rewarded there. And then just, thoughts. And then we see Fujay get demoed as we go right into the game. We see Adrift kind of get an amazing kind of aerial dribble, but Quez just lays in wait to ruin that.
Oh.
Ooh, the shot on an empty net just barely goes too far to the left. Shot accuracy, very important when you're trying to punish an open net. And then we see Yags currently in possession of the ball. Kylar's just barely going to bump to disrupt, ruin all those plans, pass things over to Quez, and then Gababy. And then we're just kind of seeing this mosh pit after the ball right now as Adrift is going to send it to Maine. Kylar's going to take possession, and it looks like that is Adrift that is demoed their final dreams to pass that over to Kylar there.
Oh.
And then we see Gababy. Ooh, as the defender that's going to kind of go over, we see Quest come out of nowhere to defend for the Barracudas White. 4 minutes and 10 seconds still remaining, no goals on board.
Quez should have a free touch here. He's going to be able to get it. Isn't able to get the flick around Fujay. Kyler's going to elevate, get the ball to the corner here, try and play for one more touch. Is able to do it. Fuji's going to cut off center on the wall. The Yags take a shot. It's a bit too high up on the backboard there. Quez not able to get a touch to get the clear. Fujay getting one more, trying to keep his ball alive, trying to keep the rhythm and momentum in their favor. Gababe's going to get the clear. The Yags going to recenter the ball. There is no follow-up, though, for the side of an orange attacker. Fujay once again going to send the ball off the sidewall here, get a 50 with Quez, but Quez still has possession. Gets bumped to the drift. Ball's going to send over to the orange half here. The Yags trying to play around a couple players here, is able to do it.
Kyler's there to defend. Bounces off the backboard, and then we see Adrift kind of send things to Maine, and it looks like Quez is now the defense. Ooh, just barely bounces it over. And then with that, we see the aerial dribble, and it looks like Yags is going to come in at the last second to touch and send things over into the corner and stop any goal scoring potential there. We see Gababy contesting Adrift, and now Fuj is demoed, so it looks like they're just contesting Adrift in front of the goal here. As Quez has come in to assist, Fuj is going to defend that bottom left-hand corner. Yags gets in the way a little bit for the Barracudas Black, and then we see Gababy. Ooh, set up Quez, but an amazing save by either Adrift or Yags. They're both the same place, same time. And then we see Kylar get the next defense for Barracudas White. These teams are just getting clears back and forth. Ooh, Gababy just barely is going to get the touch. Lots of shots on goal, but both of these teams' defense has been rock solid. 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and that's actually our first goal.
What a mechanical shot to take off the sidewall there. Beautifully placed, and the follow-up was absolutely perfect. From the side, I believe that was Fuji. That was another Fuji shot. Now it's up to Adrift here. Take control, gets the flip reset, looking for one more. Isn't going to be able to get Quez. Is going to get 2 touches off of that, but it's going to give a possession to Yags. Gababy's going to get the 50 here. Now Kyler trying to stick with it off the sidewall here. Gets the flip reset, gets it under Fuji. Trying to get the pitch. What a shot and a follow-up by Quez. Beautiful.
I really want to highlight the patience there. Just sat there with the ball for a second, waiting for the perfect opportunity, and immediately sent it in. And then we see Barracudas White and Barracudas Black are tied, 2 minutes and 16 seconds remaining, as Fuj is trying to get in your goal there, Barracudas Black, but it looks like Gababy is going to stop that from happening. Ooh, Yags just barely misses a shot. Goes a little bit too far to the left, but it looks like Fuj is going to pass it back to them, give them a second chance there. Quez kind of goes in to disrupt and ruin all of those plans, and then goes up the sidewall with the ball, kind of maneuvering around the members of Barracuda's White to get a clear all the way over into the blue, where Gababy is the final Barracuda's White line of defense.
What's number 50 down outside of Gababy? Fujay giving too much space, more like finding the absolute perfect angle to take that shot at in between at least a fellow attacker and at least another defender as well. Beautifully placed is going to put the Barracuda's Black team here up in the lead with about 1:40 here. Gababy playing the first man pressure. Kyler trying to get a pass over. Gababy perhaps trying to connect with Quez. Wasn't able to do it. Kyler's going to get disrupt here. The demo on Quez is going to get the Barracuda's Black team a lot of possession and a lot of free room to work with, but the demo in return is going to give Kyler the space they need. Quez is going to stop there. Only good for one more touch, though, as Jack's going to take possession.
It looks like Drift and Gababy are going to bounce the ball back and forth, and then we see Quez kind of bounce it over to the right-hand corner, and then we see Fuge kind of elevate with that ball to see what they can do, and then actually it looks like it's Yags going to bounce things over into the corner. Kylar currently in possession as well as Quez. Now it is a Drift's turn to send the ball up into the air. Kylar with some follow-up doesn't get a shot on goal before Fuge takes the ball, clears it all the way over into the blue, and Gababy is back on the Barracuda's White defense. Barracuda's White still down one, 50 seconds remain.
Getting the bang on the corner wall here. Yags going to stick with it, be able to get the clear. Quez gets one soft touch, keep it in the orange corner here. Fujay going to get one touch, keep it over in the blue side. Adrift and Gababy able to 50 with each other. Fujay was trying to take a shot on net, gets disrupted. Yags going to send it right back up to the blue backboard. Be able to play around it here now. Gababy trying to get a read on the sidewall. Fujay's going to play around now. Pinch is going to keep this in, and almost a pull shot goal or a pull shot own goal there. Fujay's going to send it back. Is there a defender on the side of the blue side?
Kyler?
It wasn't on target though, and Kyler's going to do the defensive save.
Just barely got there in time, and then it looks like Kyler's going to go up the sidewall, see if they can do anything with the score, bounce it off of the back wall into Quez. Ooh, actually it's Yags that's going to get the next touch, and then Gababy tries to redirect but actually misses the touch, and so that is Barracuda's White losing second round. Barracuda's Black now tied with White, 2-2.
2-2 going to game 5. There's not much you can ask for. I mean, the Barracuda's Black are finally finding their rhythm and the gaps in between the Barracuda's White defense there. You know, shot for shot, the first ones were purely mechanical in the terms of they were so mechanical it becomes more difficult to defend them. So it's one of those goals of there's not really an issue that you can take. It's just that good of a shot that you have to have that good of a defense to take it. And it's one of those ones of there's not much I could have done in the face of it. But the second shot that the Barracuda's Black team was able to take was a beautiful shot that was well past in the middle of a haze, and it's one of those shots that I really like, is when teams are able to find these passing plays in the middle of the opposing team. Because anyone can take a pass from the sidewall, around the bend, backwards towards them, but it's the shots that are at a lateral sense to each other and are so fast and so tight that it leaves the defense very little time to react. And those are the ones I love to see, and quite often, in my opinion, connect and find the back of the goal way more easily.
And I do think the Barracuda's White have a little bit of hope going into this kind of tiebreaker round here, because the Barracuda's Black are from the midfield going into the empty net. Their shot accuracy kind of has decreased somewhat from the first round that they won, getting those big cross-map shots as punishment to the Barracuda's White lack of defense.
I think it's the biggest thing. I also see Yags as being one of the better second and third man players that I've seen. Probably one of the best all-around players that I've seen in the entire ET's Rocket League roster. Between all the teams, being a player that I also see in the goal a lot, but also attempt to make a lot of shots and a lot of goals, and quite often not being mechanical enough to make those goals happen.
You see Quez kind of send things over to Gababy, who gets the touch, and then it looks like it's Yags over playing a defensive role right now, as they now advance the slowest for the Barracuda's Black here, and then we see both Yags and Fujay rotate back. Ooh! But Gababy's able to put it over both of them and get our first point on the board 4 minutes and 39 seconds in for Barracuda's White.
Teammates run into each other, end up messing up the rotation, and it's an easy shot for the side of Gababy. Now Yags trying to put on a little bit of show for us here. Fujay trying to clean it up, not able to do it. Adrift going to get the demo. It's going to put them out of position here. Not able to make a touch on the play here. Now Gababy has a free touch here, looking for a second one. Gonna attempt to play it slow around Yags. It's gonna work out. As Quez gonna elevate, try and get a top down and a tough angle. He's gonna be able to do it. As Yags gonna get the clear, Quez trying to get up around a drift. Isn't able to do it. Fuji's gonna get the toss back over the corner here, and a drift's gonna get the clear credit.
Do we see Kylar, or Quez, it looks like is going to be the next touch, and then we see a drift kind of bounce it off of the corner, and then we see Yags elevate to maybe get the next touch, but actually just ends up spiking it down and trying to set up Fuji for the next touch, but unable to do so as we get clear all the way over into the orange, but a drift is back there to defend as well as now Fuji and Yags. So it looks like all 6 members are in this 1/3 of the field, and then they all rotate back over into the blue, and then, ooh, just a little bit more balancing accuracy there, and that would have been a goal as Yags, as Kylar is actually going to be the next one to touch, trying to set up Quez, perhaps, to get it clear. Barracuda's Spider looking to get it out from in front of them.
50 now it's Yags trying to set the pass here. Sent it a bit too far though. Oh, a shot on target by a drift. Isn't going to find it though. It is defended very well. Yags makes a misread here. This could be the opening that the white team was looking for. Not able to get it though. The defense is going to come in clutch for the side of Barracuda's Black. Now Fuji getting a little bit of back pass here. A drift, solo defender. Kylar setting it up. Fuji is able to play a little bit more defense. Now Gababy trying to set up the pass, trying to fake around Yags. Is able to do it. Kylar trying to get one more touch, gets a soft touch. Is there a follow-up? Quez attempted to do it. Not going to be able to do it though now. Gababy's going to have to play solo defense here. He's going to make the smart commit and go fast.
Actually gets a pretty nice clear.
They're under the looming threat of being detonated by another team. Fuji had the opportunity to take a beautifully placed shot. Isn't going to be able to do it though.
Then we see Quez kind of pass things over to a drift, and then immediately after that, we just see this bunch of people going after the ball. As Yags breaks away with some speed, sends it over Gababy. Gababy elevates, plays a little bit of backboard defense. We see Fuji make a shot, and Kylar can't get there in time, putting the Barracudas Black on the board. 2 minutes and 21 seconds remaining. Both teams tied 1-1.
Have been so close so far. Just a tiny little mistake by the white team here. Gababy not able to get the clear they're looking for, trying to play it under 2 players. Isn't able to do it. Now Fuji gonna have to make a touch, gonna have to keep possession of this ball. Not able to keep it going though, but did their job. Now a drift, trying to make a dribble play happen, and another double commit. What I talked about has happened again. It seemed as if the Barracuda's white team had cleaned it up just a little bit, but at the time they needed the most to not happen, they go ahead and resort to bad habits.
When they needed him most, he vanished.
And they're down by 1.
And then we see over in the corner there, we see Gababy trying to get a clear around Fuji, and it looks like they will not be able to get it past that corner there as Yags kind of moves in to fight Kylar for possession of the ball. And then it looks like Kylar's going to send things over the top of Fuji, actually, who gets bumped and disrupted by Quez, who's looking to mount an offensive here as Yags bumps the ball straight out of Gababy's way and kind of sends them chasing the ball in the backfield. It looks like Kylar's going to get the next touch. Drifting sends things main for Fuji to maybe make a play off of Quez with some killer backboard defense here. Bounces the ball off of the top, and then we see Fuji kind of actually unintentionally send things over into the orange, giving Quez the opportunity to score, putting the Barracudas white tied 2-2. 1 minute and 21 seconds remaining.
Yeah, as soon as that pinch happened, I know it was going to be dangerous there. It was up to a drift to make the clear. Wasn't able to do it though. It's going to be the Barracudas white team find the equalizer here. Yags trying to make it happen though. Trying to find one. Isn't going to be able to do it. Gababy's going to get the in-air defense. And Drift getting one more touch. This could be dangerous. Gababy was in rotation in time. Not a lot of room to work with. He's going to be able to play it around a drift. Yags not able to get the touch they want. Now it's Quez with the shot. It gets 50 out. The defense is going to come in clutch here. Gababy gets demoed, sent back to the blue side here. Kylar trying to set up another pass here. Gets the pinch 50. Gababy might have the shot play. There was the shot on target. It was a bit too weak and a bit too low to pose any real danger. Now it's Quez's turn. Faking around, trying to make the pass happen to Kylar. Ooh, gets cut off by Yags.
Intercept. And then as the ball is going to go up into the skybox, we do see now Quez just barely going to get that touch on there. Send it over to the side. Ooh! Straight in the corner, a little bit beyond. And then it looks like our next goal, 30 seconds. 30 seconds, and the Barracudas Black are up with it.
There's been too many reverse sweeps, in my opinion, in this tournament or this
I don't
sort
think
of regular season so
ever
far.
have too many underdog stories, and that's what a reverse sweep is. It's like the hero's journey never gets old.
No, you know, it definitely gets old and the equalizer. Quez isn't able to get it done here. Kyler trying to make up for the slack with 6 seconds left. Gababy trying to put a shot on net. Kyler gets a bump off the corner here. This could be it as a drift gets a touch. Quez trying to keep it alive, get a pass over to Kyler. Is there enough time? Gababy gets a touch, gets a little bit bumped. There might be the flick play potential. A drift's going to play some lockdown defense. Quez trying to keep it alive. Kyler to get one touch over to Gababy. Gababy gets bumped. The orange team's going to keep it alive. Now Yag trying to make it happen. Takes a shot off the backboard. A drift. Oh, it's just going to make the smart play and just dunk the ball into the ground. And it's the Barracudas black team that's going to be able to close it out with a reverse sweep.
Barracudas white definitely came up looking strong. Barracudas black, I think, fixed more of those micro mistakes that we were talking about.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And with that, did you know that gaming-related wishes at Make-A-Wish are among the highest-growing wishes over the past years? Esports Tower and Make-A-Wish have joined forces in the month of April as the world streams for wishes. Scan the QR code to help make a wish come true today. And HyperX Loot Box. Donate any amount to win, and you'll be entered to win the loot box, and the winner will be announced next week along with our new loot box. New loot box every week, and once again, any donation enters you for this new loot box.
That's honestly pretty good stuff in that box right there. I have those Cloud Alphas. Those are at a really good headset to have at a relatively lower price. But that monitor, kind of eyeing that one. I won't lie to you. That monitor.
Donate to Make-A-Wish.
Donate to Make-A-Wish. Make-A-Wish
happen.
Scan
the QR code, Colin.
Scan the QR code.
Do it right now.
You know, Make-A-Wish happen. Feel good about donating some money and get the chance to enter, a prize box valued over $1,000.
Get your gamer gear.
Gamer gear. If you're lacking on it, now's your type to get your drip up, not your funny up.
Is there a loss? I really don't see one.
Not really. No, there's no loss recorded on that sheet.
And before we get into our next matchup, we are going to go to a short break, but stick around because we have more ET Rocket League for you after this.
What would you give for a child you loved to make their wish come true? To help them fight a critical illness? Just imagine what you'd do. You see, wishes are so powerful, and you can make them real. They can give a child back their childhood, even change the way they feel. Every single one of us can make the stars align, because when we come together, hope and joy will shine.
Hey, don't you wish your slides were comfortable, high quality, durable, and most of all, custom? Well, guess what? We agree, and that drives everything we do. And because our custom game is next level, the only limitation to what's possible is your imagination. Stand in your passion, creativity, and stand in your colors. Whatever you can think of, we've got you covered. Head to iSlideUSA.com so you can stand in what you stand for.
You take really strong players from disparate communities and you put them together on teams with expert coaching.
So you mean to tell me about all the hands in the room, everybody in here is that top 2%?
It's ultimate, it's a 1v1, and Prestige does it!
It's not every day that you're a kid like me and you get to have this experience.
Something, he gets one.
This boot camp is really about finding out every weakness.
There's no such thing as a big mistake at this level.
I have people in the crowd there cheering my name on. I have to give them a show.
That feeling of just being up on stage and having a whole crowd of people, it's unbeatable.
1v1, but... Oh, why would you pick him?
I love this. I want to do this every day.
You didn't make a choice, so you were just looking at things.
If you want to go pro, sometimes you have to make sacrifices.
Jump up and down, you're a crowd, you're casters. It's a transformational experience.
That was a light switch, and now I see what it's all about.
A lot of players here right now are caught up in winning their tournaments 5-10 years down the road. They're not going to remember who won.
Welcome back to this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Rocket League. We are broadcasting from the Boise State Esports Arena. Week 3 of our Rocket League Rumble series is underway, and today is a great day to make a difference in the lives of critically ill children. For every purchase made at iSlides today, a percentage of every purchase will be donated to Make-A-Wish Foundation, helping them fulfill the gaming wishes of children facing critical illnesses. Did you know that gaming wishes are the fastest growing requests from sick kids? And with your help, we can make sure that more kids can have their gaming wishes granted. By shopping at iSlides today and using the promo code WISHES, you're not only getting the products you love, but you're also supporting a great cause. You can help bring joy and hope to these amazing kids and their families. So come on and visit iSlidesUSA.com, knowing that every purchase you make is making a difference. Let's show our support for Make-A-Wish and their mission to grant more gaming wishes to children in need. Don't forget to use the promo code WISHES. Thank you for your support, and let's make some dreams come true. I am your host, Colby Alloway, and joining me to call all of the action is Colin McJunkin. We're returning, getting into this next matchup, which will be the Stingrays versus the Hammerheads.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, without a doubt, you already know the team that I'm looking forward to here. It's going to be the Stingrays. So far, honestly, if I would make a bracket of, like, top 4 teams that I've seen so far with my eyes, it would be in no particular order in terms of who's better so far, because I haven't seen each other play them. Mm-hmm. It would be Lynx, Stingrays, and both Barracuda teams. So far, out of pure talent that I've seen these teams been able to play at, it has been those 4, and I'm excited to see those 4 matchups. Those probably 8 combinations different in games right there would be, actually I think 16 combinations different games. I would absolutely love to see all those and see really who is sort of the top dog there in terms of who plays who. But the team that I've got to go with here is got to be the Stingrays. I'm absolutely excited to see them play. I wanted to see them play more last week as well. Unfortunately, I only got to see them play that one game. So I'm more than hyped than anything to see them come back and have the chance to earn some more points.
They came in with a sweep after missing out on week 1. So week 3, they're really trying to kind of catch up to the Lynxes, whose lead has become quite large because of their first round sweep. So we got all the Lynx players, and then we got a couple of other team members filing in there.
But this is team's chance to break it.
And with that, we want to take a moment to congratulate all of the Esports Tower Club members who have graduated from the clubs and have been offered scholarships across the country. Over the last 3 months, Esports Tower Club members have received over $4.5 million in scholarships awards. These students have not only worked hard on their in-game play, but worked hard academically and have earned these scholarship opportunities. The players that receive these scholarships are talented, hardworking, and driven, and we could not be more excited and proud to see all the opportunities these players are getting. And hey, I mean, it's a bonus. Playing the games that you love, getting good at them, and getting some scholarships.
Free college is always great,
as
you'll come to figure out.
Games?
As you'll come to find out. Free college is pretty nice, and then, like you said, you get to improve at your game that you love. What better could you want?
And Doc's keys to the game in Rocket League are to create mistakes, punish overcommits, play walls better, and demo to disrupt. And Doc's keys to the game are presented today by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. Both the Stingrays and the Hammerheads are going to be looking to put this advice into practice.
Oh, it's easy. It was my fault.
Going to be looking for the opportunities, trying to punish the double commits. I think we saw that pretty often in our Barracudas versus Barracudas matchup for the black and white teams. We saw a lot of, there would be some commits that would leave the net open, and the Barracudas black team, I definitely want to highlight their ability to punish the Barracudas white, leaving the net open.
I think a big thing as well that I saw both teams do that's on Doc's keys of the game are specifically the demo to disrupt, and not necessarily in the demo portion, but there were often times where key goals that were normally very difficult to score because they did not have sort of the difficulty of the shot that to be defended. There was a defender in net, but somebody would come out of the blue, take that defender out, or attempt to take that defender out. And I really like it when teams do that because it shows a higher level, state of mind in terms of what you're looking for and how you're going to play the game.
We see State on the side of the Hammerheads, and then it looks like Dot, Y, and Phantom for the side of the Stingrays here. Ooh, first goal scored within the first 4 minutes and 47 seconds. High scoring game, question mark?
Could be on the side of the Stingrays.
Stingrays 1, the Hammerheads nothing, and it looks like Phantom is going to pop that ball up in the air and then immediately go up after it and immediately back down, which is the touch midair. We see State kind of send things over into the blue, but it looks like Dot's going to kind of disrupt that ball a little bit and actually just shove State all the way back to midfield so that Phantom can take control of the ball. And then immediately after that, it looks like it's NY currently in possession of the ball, and then we see Phantom kind of stop them just before they can get that shot on goal and then immediately go aggressive. Sicko trying to stop, but it just paces behind and misses the defense on that second goal, putting the Stingrays up to 4 minutes and 18 seconds remaining.
So far the Stingrays have been able to turn on the momentum so far. When they get the chance to put a ball on net, they're not going to miss the shot to do it. Nif, they're going to have to put some defense from an easy shot by YY. Y have to play around 2, a little bit of a double commit there. No Stingrays attacker. Dot gets played around. Now it's just Phantom on the defense here. Going to have to play a little bit of shadowing. Sicko gets a great pass around. Ooh. And there's State to follow up. But was a beauty of a pass by Sicko. Just added to the highlight reel.
2 minutes and 57 seconds. 2-1. The Hammerheads are coming back. Yeah, it's a high-scoring game. You see Dot up in the air. State goes up to challenge them. That little bit of a bounce off of the backboard. Now Phantom is the one kind of sending the goal in there, and NY is unfortunately unable to do the defense. Too far back in goal. Can't quite get high enough. We see State win the next 50-50, and it looks like NY is going to send things over into the corner. YY kind of goes up the wall to get that next touch. Drives on the skybox. Then we see NY steal it right out from under them. Phantom playing a little bit of in-goal defense here. Bounces the ball away, and then immediately after that chases it. Avoids Sicko, the first ring of the Hammerheads defense here. Now they got to get past NY. Unfortunately, NY will send things over into the corner, and then immediately pass back to Sicko. And actually, ooh, that was an almost empty net, but it looks like Phantom has returned in time to defend. And actually, with no shots on goal forthcoming just yet, as Dot just steals it right out from under the Hammerheads and passes it to Phantom over to the side, who's looking to probably pass it to YY, but NY is going to go ahead and stop that from happening, and State's going to get it clear all the way to directly in front of the Stingrays' goal zone. And then Phantom currently has possession of the ball, driving over to the side. It looks like bounces it off the back wall. Is there a follow-up touch? There is by YY, but unfortunately going to go a little bit too high as State gets demoed. Maybe opening up an opportunity for the Stingrays to score? Unfortunately not.
Oh, and a completely open net.
Right as I say that.
Oh,
left the net, scored the goal.
No idea how that transgressed, but it ends up happening, and ends up being brutal for the side of the Hammerheads here as they're now at a deficit of 3 goals. Sicko trying to get the demo here. Dot was making the pre-jump play. ET with a pretty open net, not able to convert it here. A pinch from Dot and Phantom. Sicko looking a little mechanical here, playing around YY, tries to get the flip reset. Wasn't quite successful in it, but I believe it was Nip that had the bump play completely neutralize the defender. And that's the Hammerheads with the 2-4 scoreline off the kickoff, looking to make it 3.
And then with that, we see the bounce off to the side. We see Phantom trying to pass it to middle. State's going to kind of disrupt that pass, but it looks like Dot's going to send things over into the corner, and then it looks like Sicko's once again going to disrupt, send things over into the corner, and now midfield. Now we see State going to send things, trying to get it around Phantom, but it looks like YY's just going to steal the ball right from under them, pass it down to Phantom, and then Phantom goes up the sidewall. Ooh, Nif misses the touch. Ooh, State just barely gets the ooh, and it looks like with that, the Hammerheads are going to go up another one. 4 to now 3, a minute and 57 seconds remaining. Ooh, Sicko gonna try to score a goal, but immediately after that, Dot defense. Phantom trying to pass it to YY.
Oh, the pinch. Just barely off, not able to connect. Trying to get a fake kickoff here, looking for a little bit of Spanish I'd like to see next time around. Y's gonna get a touch off the backboard. Another double commit here. This could be dangerous. The Fan's gonna pass it down. Nif in a bad position here. Dot's gonna take a shot. It hits Crossy, not gonna be able to do anything. Sticko's gonna take out State. Now Y trying to get a pinch with the side, with the backboard here, for a passing play is gonna be able to make it happen. Trying to get a player on Sicko. Sicko's gonna just bully 2 defenders out of the way and keep pushing. But Dot's gonna put an end to it, getting a 50 here. The pass over to Phantom. The absolute boom. Is there anybody there for the defense? There is. State's gonna get a read right off the crossbar.
Sicko currently in possession of the ball. Actually, no, it looks like Y's going to steal that immediately from them, and then Nif is going to send it over, but Dot, ooh, almost with a shot on goal, except it goes too far to the left, and then immediately after that goes up into the skybox. State ruining all of the Stingrays' plans right now as we come to the final minute of the game. A massive clear all the way over into the blue. Phantom is back in time to defend, but NY is going to bounce it off of the back wall, and then we see Stay send it over into the corner, and then Sicko get the next touch right as Phantom leaves. Unfortunately, that was just a missed shot because there was no Stingrays in net.
State looking, not able to find anything. Phantom gets a 50, a pass over to Y. The shot was a bit wide, but Phantom's going to get the demo here. This could be opportunity for Dot. Dot's going to try and play it under State. Does it beautifully. And the mechanical plays by these players getting under their opponents is absolutely insane. And that's the Stingrays getting back their cushion. Ooh. Now it's 5-3 here with only 20 seconds left. Dot trying to take a shot at a harsh angle. Isn't able to do it. Now Y off the sidewall here. 15 seconds left. Trying to get the passing. Gets it around State here. Nif not able to get a touch. Y or State gets bumped off. Now it's Dot trying to get the double touch play. Isn't able to do it. Phantom on the backboard. There's a follow-up by Y. There is. Y is going to put it a little bit of a bouncer shot on the right side and avoid quite a few numbers of defenders.
And then with that, we do see State kind of win the next 50-50 for the side of the Hammerheads here. But unfortunately, 3 cushion goals is going to put the Stingrays up round 1.
Yep.
Do you believe in the sweep?
No, I think the Stingrays are going to actually, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with it. If I want to see the Stingrays. So I'm going to be biased. I'm going to be full bias. I try not to be as often as I can, but I'm just going to go 100% biased here. I want the Stingrays to sweep because I kind of want them to catch up to the Lynx because I think the Lynx in a Stingrays game would be pretty entertaining to watch. So, yeah, I'm a supporter of the sweep.
A supporter of the sweep. And with that, we're going to get right back into next map to see if the Stingrays are going to sweep or if the Hammerheads are going to stop them in their tracks.
I think the Hammerheads definitely have the potential if the Stingrays end up underestimating their opponent a bit too much. The Hammerheads they have Sicko, who has shown they're a pretty mechanical player, able to set up their team some saucy passes. And they have State, who's also a very good offensive shooter, so they got to be careful of it. But off this kickoff, Y trying to set something up. Phantom take a shot just a bit wide. State not able to get the disrupt. Is able to do it for the second time, though. But Y's going to cut it off and take an absurd angle on the goal for a shot and put the Stingrays up 1-0 with only 10 seconds in the game.
Stingrays are playing to their win condition given to them by the coach. They can put up goals very quickly, and they do a good job of putting the enemy team in the hole. And then with that demo onto YY, maybe the Stingrays' aggro push has kind of been hurt a little bit here as we get a clear all the way over into the blue. We see Sicko kind of bounce things over from the corner, and then immediately after that, we see Dot send things over to, ooh, actually Y misses the touch. So, and it looks like Phantom is just going to roll that all the way into your goal there.
Sometimes hitting the brakes and trying to get a touch at the back of your car isn't such a horrible idea. Phantom able to get the beat on the touch here. Wide's going to do a quick circle, reposition. Now it's Dot getting over one off the backboard. Is there a follow-up? Wide's not going to take a shot. Phantom's going to take a shot.
Sicko.
But Sicko with the in and out. But Dot's not done. Dot's going to put the other one on net. Now Nif has a rotational save here. Now trying to go for a play. Gets it over one. Has a little bit of an air dribble, but Wide's going to get the save again. Dot has possession. Going to fake out Sicko. A pretty open net here. Going to have to play around Nif. Is he able to do it? No. The carry goes a little bit too wide here as Phantom's going to try and recenter this ball for another attempt, but misses the flip.
Then we see Nif kind of bounce things over into the middle of the court, and then immediately, actually, some fantastic aerial dribble play. This unfortunately put you an explosive end with that demo. And then we see Phantom kind of send things over into the corner, and it looks like Nif has respawned with that 33 boost. And they're going to use all of it to get the ball to midfield, just kind of chugging along here on a base gas level. Dot's going to bounce that in front of the field, and we see Sicko kind of bounce things into the corner. Nif's still hoping for some boost here. 80 boost, looking to maybe use some of it here, dropping to 71. We see Phantom approaching the goal with a little bit, but State's going to go ahead and save that, get it clear to midfield, and actually maybe even beyond as YY waits in net, and Phantom does as well to get the defense. Big clear.
Could be dangerous for Sicko. Oh, the triple commit and a triple miss. Gonna leave the net stupendously open, and State's gonna steal the goal.
Oh my gosh. State was just somehow teleported into the middle of that net, in the middle of the screen, putting the Hammerheads on the boards. Down 1. Stingrays 2 to Hammerheads 1. 2 minutes and 51 seconds remaining as Dot goes up into the sky to touch this ball and try to send it down to YY, who bounces things over into the corner and then passes it to Phantom. Now the ball really has some momentum, moving with some speed right now as Y gets the next touch, and it looks like Nif is going to pass it to State, who then passes it all the way back into the... Man, the Hammerheads' pass have been on point, but it looks like the Stingrays have kind of caught on to their game, getting a member on each side of the Hammerheads here as YY waits for the opportunity to score. Phantom and Nif looking for Phantom, and Dot looking to set them up.
State looking to play around one, is able to get the demo, try and get around run. Sicko gonna have to make a touch here. Nif's gonna send it off to the side here. Phantom trying to make the read, isn't able to do it. Y's gonna get the beat though. Nif gets put off course by Sicko. YY might have the turn radius. Doesn't need it. They're just going to find the goal anyway here. With the 2-goal lead, the Hammerheads looking a little disorganized here. Not as much as they were in the first game. I's going to elevate, looking for a double touch play. Phantom's going to get one touchdown. Dot heavily playing in the side, in the midfield here. Sim gets bumped off, but able to get the revenge demo, the revenge support demo.
The Hammerheads have a lot of potential. They just need, the coaches say they need to avoid making small mental mistakes, and I think as we enter the final minute of the game, 2 goals, minute and 41 seconds, 2 goals is absolutely reasonable. The Hammerheads just need to keep their heads in the game. As we see Y actually get the steal, and it looks like Nif kind of backs up and goes after the ball, sends it over Phantom. Phantom got kind of guarding the sidewall. The 50's going to kind of send it up into the skybox in an unexpected direction, and immediately after that we see Phantom in possession of the ball, getting the clear all the way over into the orange, which Sicko answers for it, and with State on him, it looks like Phantom's not going to be able to get a ton more done here as Dot comes in to kind of get an assist here and maybe even a goal, but Nif is too much in the way for that.
State trying to put it back in the corner again. Y to get, just hammer this ball back in the corner. Phantom's going to go for a little bit of back pass here, a little bit of setup for themselves here from all the way at their side of the field. Phantom pulling it off, getting a flip reset, gets the one.
The presence. Oh,
nobody.
The execution. Flawless.
Nobody able to stay up in the air with YY.
Chef's kiss, delightful YY. Thank you for that. The Stingrays up 4 to the Hammerheads 1, 44 seconds remaining. We see Phantom currently in possession of the ball. Y's actually going to steal it from him and send it over into the corner. And then maybe look for the goal for themselves. And then Phantom actually comes back on one. A little bit of a double commit there for 2 of the Stingrays.
Sicko the one, and that is going to just get demoed. And it looks like the ball, it was going to slowly roll in, not going to be able to do it here with 15 seconds left. The Hammerheads seem to have all but given up on the defensive side of things. 8 seconds left. There's really no hope for the Hammers to come back here, so I guess it's just GG goes next to the next game here. But they're put on match point, so it's going to be dangerous. It's going to be dangerous for the side of the Hammerheads.
So the Hammerheads are looking to kind of start fast and actually kind of subvert the Stingrays, putting them in the hole early. I think that's going to be their key win condition going into this next match if they want to stop the complete sweep themselves.
I definitely think the coach's mental note there is probably a big one, because I did see a lack of what felt like intent, obviously not in their comms, don't know them personally, et cetera, things of that nature, but just kind of car language-wise. It looked like a lack of intent once they went down 2 goals, so it could be dangerous. But the thing I want to remind them of is they're a mechanical team. They're keeping that close within the first game. Sicko, your pass to State, the first one you got was absolutely insane. What a beautiful pass to get. If you guys keep that up and keep doing that and your rotation stays solid, Stingrays might not be a team to be so afraid of.
I also want to say that there's a big opportunity for the Hammerheads that presents itself in the Stingrays' tendency to double commit. There's a lot of, I think there's a little bit of competition to be the selfish front man. And when you have a couple of different selfish first men, you run into some double commits and a little bit of problems here that the Hammerheads, I think, are looking to take advantage of.
Be dangerous if you don't sort that type of stuff out. Everyone wants to be in the spotlight, especially when you have the mechanical ability to score some amazing goals, but unfortunately not everyone can. And a demo with some good timing, Dot's going to find a pretty open net and put the Stingrays up early 1-0.
And you know, why was there to back it up to? 4 minutes and 47 seconds. It looks like with a demo on the Phantom, this feels like a repeat of last play. Poor Phantom can't play the game. And then it looks like Wise up in the skybox. And now it's actually, this time, Dot with the follow-up, but just barely going to miss that. Now Phantom gets to play the game, actually gets a shot on goal that is subverted by Nif and other members of the Hammerheads in the net. Phantom currently in possession of the ball, trying to send it to Dot down main field. Actually, State's trying to get it past, but Wise going to go ahead and steal with that intercept and actually, almost be able to roll it straight into the Hammerheads goal there. Phantom can't play the game. That's a rip in the chat. Rest in pepperoni, Phantom.
Rest in pepperoni. Phantom trying to set up a little bit of passing play here. He's going to be able to do it. One more touch on the sidewall. Dot trying to slow it down at the top of the car. And now State going to go under the car, reposition themselves for Nif.
Why?
What was supposed to be a passing play gets easily cut off by Y with the speed the Stingrays are displaying. It's dangerous to lead the ball out in neutral space for so long. Not being covered well, keeping possession is a big tool to have. Phantom going to get a 50 here. I believe that's why it gets demoed and sent back to the blue side of it. A shot that was, or a pass that was put on target. A Dot isn't going to be executed out by the other team.
Then we see Sicko go up the wall and then immediately kind of bounce it off of the box there. And then we see State bounce it off the sidewall there. It looks like Dot currently bouncing over, and it looks like Nif is going to be the next one to take possession. No, Dot's going to steal it from him. State playing the goalie position there and actually just gets a big clear. Phantom has rotated in time, but not good enough to stop the goal there, putting the Hammerheads on the board. Now the Stingrays are only up 1. 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Hammerheads are still in this game.
This could be dangerous, though. They place the backboard defense. The miss off the backboard. Y had a shot to take. Wasn't going to be able to do it. Sicko trying to get a disrupt on Phantom. Phantom's going to flick it over 1 and an open net. Some beautiful mechanical display there from the side of the Stingrays. Even though 2 members end up missing some shots there, there's always a third to clean it up. As long as the rotations end up working out, and a double fake is nevertheless going to lead to possession by Phantom here. Phantom sending out the backboard here. State trying to keep possession. Is able to do it. Sicko's not going to be able to get a touch, though. Dot's going to stick with it on the sidewall here, looking to play around Nif. Nif's going to get a 50 here, send it over the other sidewall to YY. YY is going to get a touch, trying to play around State. State's going to get one good touch on the ground, trying to stay with the ball. It bounces up. It's dangerous territory for the ball to be in for the side of the Hammerheads. Dot now has possession. Just a little bit of pitch on the sidewall here, trying to make a read play. State gets sent to the midfield here. Y's going to send it back over the left orange wall. Dot now looking for a solo play. Now it's set up for a passing play, and Y is there. But the defense is
so are
strong.
State and Nif. And it looks like Nif is currently in possession of the ball. Phantom's actually going to steal it from them. Ooh, and that's an empty net with no defenders there. Phantom, it just comes down to Phantom's scoring ability, and that is the Stingrays up 4 to the Hammerheads 1. 2 minutes and 24 seconds remaining. Will we see a double fake on the 50-50? A little bit of a fake. We see Phantom kind of send it over into the corner, and then State and Nif both go after that ball, but Y's coming in hot, trailing music notes. And we see Y chase down that ball over on the side, actually push it into the orange, and actually just solo goal with that demo on the Nif, putting the Stingrays up 5 to the Hammerheads 1. 2 minutes and 9 seconds remaining.
I do want to point out the card control of the Stingrays so far. It seems like every player, especially YY and Dot, seem to have the ability to do what they want with the ball when they want it. And a bit of a double commit is going to leave Nif high and dry in the open, but it's going to be able to come through clutch. Blue State trying to make some defensive play. The backwards touch. YY trying to get the beat over Nif.
Oh, Phantom. Ooh. Man, the defense for the Hammerheads is strong and desperate right now. Minute and 43 seconds remaining as they kind of break away all the way into the blue with the ball. Phantom's going to try to get it clear to mid. Nif says no, sends it back over, looking to maybe just get that shot on the corner there. And it looks like Dot's going to get things at least away from out in front of their goal. Pass things back to Phantom State. Lurking. Lurks for too long, gets demoed, and then we see Y really break away with the ball. Will Y get there before Nif does? It looks like Y does. Bounces it off the backboard. A second bounce off of the backboard, trying to set up Dot here. Just goes a little bit too far to the right. And then with that demo onto Y, I think the Stingrays... Oh! The Stingrays were almost out of it, but with the Hammer, they got one final shot on goal. We do see Dot still in possession of the ball. Nif came from nowhere just in time to contest that. Hammerhead defense on fire right now.
Oh, and a beautiful...
Can't block them all.
Little bit of a lucky shot there, I will admit. You definitely set up for it, but the fact that bounce landed perfectly on your car like that is pretty much what luck. But luck comes to those who follow in its path, so I guess we'll give you the credit for it. Phantom trying to play it round one with nearly 45 seconds left. Phantom's going to get the bump, lead possession for YY, but State's going to get the beat here. Looking for a passing play to develop, trying to get the pinch. Pinching it right there, so close, leaves Nif not able to take a shot on net. Now Nif got the solo play in the corner here. Phantom's going to get possession of the ball, trying to play it round one, not able to play it around State. State's going to attempt to follow up, put something on target for a teammate, not able to do it. Sicko and Dot are in a rule one right now.
Someone go demo, free them, free them.
You can't break a one. Sacred. Oh, no. It was able to find the open net, but it's just a bit outside.
Someone demo one. And it looks like, oh, actually, it looks like why they just broke away. And it looks like with that, we do see Nif kind of, Phantom was there to defend. And with that, we do see the Stingrays sweep. They're coming for the Lynxes.
Yep.
With that.
If my math is right, the Stingrays should be at 6 points, which is 1 point below the Lynx currently right now. So
and they're a whole week behind.
And they are a week behind. So I feel like it's going to come down to whoever ends up winning their own matchup as well, unless the Barracuda teams end up coming back as well and end up sweeping a match there, because then they upend at 5, and now they're sort of in the running as well. Overall, from what I saw from the Stingrays, it looked like they had the car control to control the ball and do what they want with the ball when they wanted. They sort of set it in the matchup, and it's really good when you have players that can do that and are also gameplay smart. I saw it with the demos. I saw it with the fast gameplay they had, and they're also mechanically talented. It reminds me of a Barracudas team that was about, I think, like a season ago, technically, I guess, or a season or 2 seasons ago. So the biggest thing that the Stingrays have to do at this point is not let their ego get too big and end up taking opponents and underestimating them, which I don't think they necessarily had that issue, because even so, but they had a 5 or 6 goal lead, they still continue to sort of put up numbers and put up really good shots. It just happened to be that the Hammerheads defense came alive in the last minute. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough.
I think we saw 4 shots on goal within 30 seconds that the Hammerheads defended all against, and then the 5th one finally went in.
Yeah. They put up some crazy defense.
So definitely do have to go with that. Make-A-Wish and Esports Tower have joined forces in the month of April as the world streams for wishes. Gaming-related wishes from kids are among the fastest-growing wishes by children in the past years. With your help, we can grant wishes to kids in need, scan the QR code, and help Esports Tower and Make-A-Wish bring even more gaming-related wishes to life.
There are Boise State ones, by the way.
There are Boise State slots. Colin has some on the way.
Yeah, they've been shipped. They've been ordered. If you couldn't tell, if you've seen me on this broadcast a lot, I maybe go to Boise State. You'll never know. Maybe I just wear the shirt for the fun of it. But, yeah, the Stingrays, team I wanted to see, maybe I have my player of the game already decided.
Do you have any thoughts before we go into a break, before we get into the matchup of the Wolves versus the Eagles?
I'm excited to see how the Wolves have developed so far. 3 weeks into it, we've consistently seen the Wolves each and every week, so I'm excited to see how if there's any development over the course and time period that they've played so far.
All right, so the Stingrays pull off the second straight sweep and continue to go up in the standings. Up next, our Rumble game of the week to wrap up week 3, but first we're going to go to a break.
All this time you put in, summer, fall, morning, afternoon, now's your time. You're right here. You've done all the work. Now just make it happen. You have to earn your stripes. We can't win unless we're the most physical team. You have to earn it. Let's lock in. This is it. Go, go, go! You want to stay in this court? We're not giving you anything. You earn it. Get back! Get back! Dig deep. This is the time right now. Can't put it off until tomorrow. On the clock. This is where you gotta be at your best. You've been practicing all summer. Now you gotta make it happen. Now get a stop. One time, get a stop. It's now or never.
the Esports Tower Rumble in Rocket League. We're getting set up for our final game, the Wolves versus the Eagles. We are broadcasting from the Boise State Esports Arena. Welcome back, Rumble players, families, and viewers. We're excited to not only give you the play-by-play of our favorite games, but also to support an incredible cause, the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Did you know that gaming wishes are the fastest growing request from sick kids? That's right, and with your help, we can make sure that more kids can have their gaming wishes granted. By donating to Make-A-Wish, you can help make a difference in the lives of these brave children. Whether it's getting them the latest gaming console, or setting up a gaming room, or even playing alongside them, your contribution can help us make their dreams a reality. I'm your host, Colby Alloway, and joining me to call all of the action is Colin McJunkin. So what do you expect from the Wolves versus the Eagles?
The Wolves are the... I'm trying to think back on the last time we watched the Eagles. I know it was last week that we definitely watched the Eagles. In terms of the Eagles, I imagine that they're really hoping to turn around, get on the big stage. You know, that's sort of a big thing. It's sort of, for a coach's note, the Eagles want to continue working on their aggression on the offense and converting scoring chances into goals, which is definitely a thing that I feel like every team kind of has to work on. Even probably the pro teams end up working on that a little bit. But instead of the Wolves, I'm excited to see how much progress they've made over the time.
And the coaches say that the Wolves do a great job trusting one another and placing the ball in a spot where they can trust their teammates to get to the ball, which is, I think, something that some of these other teams can use. The Wolves are that other teams can learn from, The Wolves are here's the ball, moving on. I trust you to do your job. I'm going to go ahead and rotate to boost or rotate to defend the goal or whatever else it is I need to do. I've done my job. Trust you to do yours. And the Wolves are definitely one of those teams that, I'm into the reverse sweep, and the Wolves are definitely one of those teams that stays in it until the very end.
Yeah, definitely a team that stays in it to the very end. The note that you also sort of mentioned is there's also that extreme of, like, you have teams that end up being – I feel like both those sides are extremes of, you know, giving away the ball too much to a teammate, not falling around, not cutting rotation every now and then. And there's also the extreme of, like, I'm going to cut rotation every time.
April is the World Streams for Wishes Month, and Esports Tower and Make-A-Wish have joined forces to help grant wishes to kids across the world. Scan the QR code to help make a child's wish come true today. And the HyperX Loot Box is the featured loot box this week. Donate any amount and you're entered to win. The winner will be announced next week, and there are new loot boxes every week. So, donate any amount and get entered for some gamer merch.
Gamer merch, never a bad thing. Never a bad thing. The headset and that monitor, like I said before in the past. Keeping an eye on it.
Colin used his slides purchase.
Perhaps. I won't divulge.
It looks like we do see Torque currently in possession of the ball. Actually just barely going to get a little bit of a touch on the ball, but actually more importantly is able to send it down. And it looks like Vault Slash. Ooh, Free Ink is going to get the first goal of the game. It's free real estate, Free Ink, putting the Eagles even with the Wolves. 4 minutes and 46 seconds remaining.
A little bit of bump.
No, the Wolves are up 4 minutes and 46 seconds remaining. Excuse me.
A little bit of a bump there. Set up Free Ink for the open net. Right back, keeping it strong. Twitch going to elevate a little bit of double commit here as well. Bump might have a free open net. Twitch is going to be able to put some disruption to that. Now Torque off the backboard trying to stay with it. Doesn't have the momentum to stay with it. Twitch now off the backboard, trying to get a read here. Is able to get a second touch, but it's not on target. Torque's going to get to 50. Trying to get a passing play going here. Trying to get it down to a teammate from the sidewall. It is going to happen. There is no stop from an Eagles defender. And Twitch was sitting there ready for the passing play. 2-0 for the side of the Wolves.
Wolves are breaking away early. Love the D. I believe that was a D8. I didn't know that was a Rocket League intro there. Love that. Wolves up 2-0. 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining, and the ball's just going to dance right along that line until Twitch Hope is going to kind of touch the ball next, and they send it over into the corner, and then immediately after that, we see the ball sent over to Anti and into the middle of the field as Free Ink gets possession, trying to get it past Vault Slash, but actually can't make it past that Eagles defender, as all three members of the Eagles are on the hard defense right now with a clear all the way over into the corner where Free Ink once again receives the ball.
Twitch going to go and cut that rotation there, staying with it. Now Torque on the sidewall here, gets one touch, he's in the middle here. Might have some trouble keeping with it. Is able to get the tip of the car on it. Able to stay with it. Free Ink's going to get a 50, trying to stay with it on the sidewall. There's get a second touch. There might be a shot by Twitch Hope. There is. It's a bit too far up and to the left. Torque's going to get the 50 there. Slash going to get a touch to slow it down. Free Ink try to stay with the ball at the sidewall. Gets demoed for it, though. Now ball lingering in the midfield. Out the right corner. Twitch takes a shot. It's blocked out by Ante here. Torque's going to rotate, lead the ball for Free Ink. Free Ink's going to get one touch. Looking for the air dribble. Ball doesn't touch ceiling. It's good. Go to the flip reset. Not able to get it, though. But Twitch doesn't stop Twitch from making the follow-up and securing the goal.
With that, we see Free Ink elevate, send it down. The amazing pass. All members of the Eagles coming in from all directions, but not quite where the ball is going. So an amazing job by the Wolves just kind of circumventing the Eagles' defense. And they have to. 3 goals to nothing. 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. High-scoring game as Torque sends the next goal straight in with little resistance.
Yeah, very little. Ends up cheating up just a bit too far. Unlucky kickoff as well. Perfectly for Torque to get a goal there. Right off the kickoff now. Free Ink might have to follow up. It's going to get the 100 boost though. Vault does not have enough boost to get the follow up off the wall. Torque elevates, going to send the ball over to the blue corner here. Vault's going to get a pinch at the sidewall. Torque has backboard defense, is going to decide not to go for it. Leave it to Twitch. Twitch now gets a touch in midfield, sending over to the orange corner here. Ante gets one touch, going to get one beat, but Free Ink's going to send it right back down, trying to stay with the ball. But Amethyst is going to be there to stop that before it even develops. Torque 2 misses the touch on the ball. Now it's Twitch trying to stay with the double touch off the backboard. The backboard defense does come in clutch by Ante. Now Free Ink might have an open net, but gets bumped off the play.
Is it going to roll in? Doesn't quite have the momentum to roll in. Then immediately after that, we do see Vault Slash currently in possession of the ball. No, it's stolen by Torque. And then it looks like Anti's going to send it down main, but Free Ink makes sure that stays firmly in the orange. Even actually, Vault Slash is going to circumvent that, send it over Free Ink, and then we do see Twitch rotating back to defend, as well as Torque, as Vault Slash is trying to get around all 3 members of the Wolves. It looks like Twitch is going to steal it, break away with it a little bit, bounce it off of the backboard. Is there follow-up from midfield by Torque? Yes, but the follow-up also hits the backboard. Crossy best defender.
Crossy is verified best defender. Now Twitch trying to make something happen off the ceiling. Doesn't act fast enough. Now Torque off the backboard as the follow-up, but Ante has the rotational defense that comes in clutch. Now Free Ink gets one pitch off the sidewall, trying to make a pass happen. Is there backboard defense in clutch? There is not, but a missed scoring opportunity from the side of Torque 2. Now Twitch rinsing out the backboard. This backboard is so free for the side of the Wolves right now. They have so much space to work with.
That we see Torque looking to get it in there, as unfortunately you're just going to get bumped as the ball goes up and touches the skybox. And then from midfield, Vault Slash is going to send it over into the blue, and then immediately after that, Twitch sends it straight back to midfield, bounces up in the air, and it looks like it will be Free Ink the next one to touch the ball. Torque laying in wait to send it back from midfield and keep the kind of Eagles offense alive here. Bounces off the back wall, unable to get the follow-up touch themselves. And then we see Anti currently in possession of the ball, actually gets bumped and disrupted, and then we see Torque go up the wall and then kind of try and immediately score on the Eagles, putting us up 6-0. 56 seconds remaining.
Beautiful little ceiling shot. Torque given way too much free space and not challenged soon enough on that sidewall, or before that pass even developed, or before the shot even developed. And with 56 seconds left here, the Wolves have a 5-0 lead on the side of Eagles. Might have another shot by Free Ink. Oh, almost threaded the needle between 2 different defenders. Not able to do it. Twitch tried to get a pass over Torque 2, but a little bit too anxious. Got there a little bit too fast. Free Ink has the dunk. Treating an opposing player. Ah, the word just escaped my mind. But it's a golf reference. It's a golf reference. The tee? Yeah, I would. No, the tee's baseball though.
No, a tee is a golf term, yes.
Really?
And then, yes, you tee off. The tee is the stick that holds up the ball.
Yes.
I see you, Colin. Recognize.
I can also do the same thing for baseball in my defense.
Then immediately after that, we do see the Wolves. The Eagles actually get their first goal in the last 30 seconds of the game. Wolves still up 4, 17 seconds remaining, so it looks like Free Ink is going to get the save off of Anti trying to score a goal here. And then immediately after that, we see Vault not letting it get past the midfield, keeping things over in the blue. And it looks like Twitch kind of wants to keep the Wolves' pushing dreams alive here, as Vault Slash says absolutely not. We're keeping it in this corner.
And on our last second there, at least the Eagles ended off with 1 goal to boot they did lose out by 4
moral
there. A moral goal. And for the most part, there definitely was a very one-sided nature to that game. The Wolves definitely controlled a lot of almost everything that happened. Boost, ball control, side control, the backboard, the defensive play, the shots on goal. Almost everything was inside of the Wolves here. So if this keeps going on, it's just going to be sort of a Wolves dominating fest.
We might need to see some subs on the side of the Eagles so that those 3 players can kind of get at least a map for like a mental reset, come back later in the series fresh.
Yeah, and then it's one of those things of, those subs might also, improve the Eagles' chances as well. Because if I remember correctly, I do think the Eagles have some pretty deadly subs on their team. That I think when they played the Stingrays, it was a different Eagles team, if I remember correctly. Could be completely and utterly wrong about that, though.
Let's get into the next map and see what's up.
Let's find out. This is a best of 7, by the way, the Rumble game of the week. So it's first to 4 this time around, not first to 3. One more extra game, you got to go the mile.
So the Wolves definitely have a lot more to go for here.
Yeah.
They want to take this best of 7.
Okay.
No switches?
No switches. And right off the bat, it's going to be Twitch finding the kickoff goal. Catching the Eagles, taking a little bit of a snooze.
Straight over Amethysticall, who then tries to move over. Gotta say, we might be a little bit early for the player of the game discussion, but I definitely think Twitch is just kind of taking names on the highway of Rocket League here.
Taking gamer tags.
See, the shot on goal is kind of subverted by the crossbar there, and now it looks like Torque is going to try to make things over to Amethysticall. It looks like that 3rd member is kind of really hurting the rotations for the Wolves here, that lack of the 3rd member. And then we see, actually get the goal right in front of them, and then immediately after that we see Torque go up the sidewall, try to bounce things off of the backboard. Maybe will they be able to get it past Vault Slash? Not quite, as the ball is sent careening into the air. Twitch tries to pass to their teammate Torque. Torque not there quite in time, and now has to rotate to get there defensively. Gets there in time to subvert the shot from Anti. Immediately after that, we do see Vault Slash kind of jump over Torque there. Torque kind of cornered by all 3 members of the Eagles. Tries to pass the ball out of there, and it immediately goes over to Anti, and then Twitch takes possession, trying to bounce off the sideball. And with that demo on Amethyst, things are even, 2-2.
Torque is going to be able to get a pinch to the sidewall there. Vault Slash trying to get the bump to give some free space. Isn't able to do it. Amethyst is going to get a shot, or, pass off the sidewall there. Not going to be able to make much of it. Twitch now going to make some press. Is going to get 50 with Anti here. Anti's going to rotate back to net. Now it's Torque off the sidewall, trying to stay in the game. Is going to be able to do it. I actually just noticed there's only two players on the side of the Wolves right now. I imagine a player more than likely disconnected here.
We see they're still in the lead.
Yeah.
1 up, 3 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. So these 2 players are carry material. As Vault Slash at least gets the touch, and then it looks like Amethyst actually gets the barest featherlight touch to send that ball over into the corner, over to Twitch. And then it looks like Anti is trying to make a shot on goal. Torque is fighting them for the ball tooth and nail as this ball bounces back and forth. So we see Twitch rotated back to the goal. Unfortunately, Vault Slash's goal is not going to go in for the Eagles here. 2 minutes and 54 seconds remaining as the ball goes up the sidewall, and Torque goes up to challenge it and maybe take possession. Twitch and Torque passing this ball back and forth. Anti is going to go ahead and kind of get in the way of the 2 of them, and then we see the 2 of them spread out, get on either side of their goals corners, send things over into the air. Twitch gets the first touch, Torque gets the second, and then after that, Anti takes possession of the ball once it has landed in the corner.
Amethyst now trying to take it up the sidewall here. He's going to be able to play him on run. An accidental pitch. Torque's going to have to elevate, send it over to the blue corner here. Vault Smash trying to get a bump here, but it's going to be passed around Anti here. Now Amethyst is the only one inside of the defense. Vault Smash was able to rotate back in time. Twitch in a really bad position here. Almost gets 50'd out. Isn't able to do it, but Vault Smash is going to get the touch here. Torque gets bumped. Twitch is going to have to make a cut rotation. Is able to do it in time, but there was no pressure applied by the Eagles here. And with about getting to this 2-minute mark, even with 2 players down, it's only going to take 1 mistake for the side of the Wolves defense, and all of a sudden the Eagles will have a free and easy open net. But so far they haven't been able to find it. The rotation has been solid by the Wolves, and a pinch that went to the midfield could have been the passing play for Twitch there. Isn't able to find it. This ball still lingers in the midfield of the orange half. A bad touch by the side of Amethyst. Could be shot on net by Torque. It's not off the backboard. Is there follow-up? Anti's going to get a great backboard clear there. And Twitch not getting a beautiful touch as well, leaving Torque in a bad position. Now as we get to about this minute 25 place, still at this 1-0 scoreline for the side of the Wolves.
And it looks like Vault Slash is going to try to break away with it. Torque just steals on the sidewall. The Wolves are just playing a defensive game, and the best defense is a good offense right now, according to them, as they get a shot on goal, and that's Twitch getting the second goal of this match. Wolves up to the Eagles nothing. 1 minute and 10 seconds. Torque and Twitch, duo of the century.
Able to, sometimes simple shot is best shot, able to catch an opponent off guard, creeping a little bit too far forward. Gonna find the break they're looking for here. They have a little bit of buffer zone here, but don't get too comfortable. The moment you get comfortable and start underestimating a team, you might end up regretting there. A good bump, leaving the net a little bit open here. Torque having to hustle all the way back to try and play some defense here. Gonna keep control of the ball, looking for a double touch here. Is gonna be able to secure it though. Amethyst is on the defensive side, gonna slam it against the wall as Eagles defenders attempt to rotate back. There is going to be a big clear here. Twitch elevates. Anti's going to get a touch on the backboard. There could be a follow-up. Torque's going to be able to clear it, though, as there is no follow-up. They get a pinch of the sidewall. And Amethyst is credit for the save.
And it looks like Torque is trying to set Twitch up. Twitch running all the way back from backfield is forced to kind of walk back to backfield as Torque gets the demo. 2-2 here, and it looks like Twitch, that's their signal to go in, but Amethystical is going to send things up into the air, and then we see Torque send things over into the corner. Going to be hard to score a goal from there as Vault Slash kind of drifts in possession of the ball, takes things up to the sidewall, rotates back down to the ground. Twitch is just looking to spike this ball down so the Wolves can take this route.
Now 2 seconds left. It's looking like it's going to go to the Wolves here right now. Even though they managed to take this W in a sense that down one player, I sort of hope they don't grow.
85% of total shots taken belongs to two players.
Two players. Yeah. And it's definitely more than stats too. More than stats. It's also with their eyeballs that everyone sort of saw that even with 2 players, the Wolves are sort of a dominant team, and I feel like the Eagles weren't taking full advantage of that situation. Maybe it was a player disconnect, and they're showing some respect. But even so,
that's understandable.
Even so, I'd be
but also
like,
at some point,
you want to
win.
You want to win.
And with that, the Wolves are a tsunami, and the Eagles are Florida. And the Eagles
are
a hurricane. Then does that make sense? Does that make more sense?
No, no. You got to start from the beginning for me. You got to start from the beginning.
Okay. Let's just back all the way up.
You broke my brain.
The Wolves are a dangerous force
that
the Eagles are trying to weather.
Uh-huh.
That's all I got.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Fair. No, it's fair. Okay. There's 3 now, but even with 2, they're able to win it. And I would argue Free Inc. is an equally deadly player as everyone else on this team. There could be a scoring opportunity if Twitch is able to clear this, and Free Inc. now has possession and a lot of boost to work with here.
With that, we see the Free Inc. kind of go off the ceiling. Free Inc. has returned to the battle. We do see them try to pass it over to Torque. Torque has to flip a little Yui in the midfield to be able to get that follow-up. And actually, Vault Slash is just going to steal it out from under a ball, and Twitch sends it over into the corner. Going to be hard to score a goal from there as Anti-volleys it back to Torque, who sends the ball gliding up the side of the goal. But not in.
Not able to find a conversion yet. A lot of time spent not pressuring the ball so far. Anti's going to be credited with the save here. Torque's going to take a shot, put one on net. Free Inc. pressures. Twitch now the only one back and have to play some defense. A demo. Torque really out of position here, is able to make a miracle save. Now it's Free Inc. attempting to make a shot. It's going to go opt for the pass instead, but it's going to be disrupted. Twitch going to get one soft touch, but once again, no pressure from the side of the Eagles here. But a 3-person commit on the side wall. Twitch is given a lot of free space here, but Vault is going to be able to put a stop to that. No real credible shots, in my opinion, have been put on target.
We bounce one off of the backboard there, and then we see Free Ink kind of looking to send things over into the corner. It looks like Twitch is just barely going to miss that touch. Torque is going to disrupt and send the ball up into the air. Now everybody kind of has to run after it. We see Vault Slash get the touch, but the pinch between the other cars sends it up into the air and in the midfield, where it is then spiked down. We're following Torque, trying to, actually wasn't able to get high enough, so the Eagles are up 1 for the first time in this series against the Wolves. 3 minutes and 11 seconds remaining.
Yeah, just some really bad touches from the side of the Wolves there. Not exactly the smartest use of their cars or their ability to possess the ball and keep control of it. Leaves the Eagles to a pretty easy goal there. We'll see if the Eagles can end up keeping this goal or end up not, but Torque's going to take possession here, looking to set up a pass. Flash is going to look for a little bit of triple commit here and a lot of misses. Twitch going to put a shot on net, but it hits the backboard. Free Ink tried to clean it up, not able to do it, and Torque gets absolutely dunked. Now it's up to Twitch as the last defensive hope is able to pull off a pinch here and keep it to a 1-goal game so far.
We're back into midfield. Free Ink just barely misses the touch once again, and then we do see Vault Slash get the touch on midfield. We see Free Ink kind of contesting them for that ball, trying to stay a step ahead of the game, but it's actually Twitch that's going to come and subvert that potential goal, shot on goal by Vault Slash. And then immediately after that, we're going to see Twitch maybe try to put their own shot on goal. Now this time it's Vault Slash credited with the save. Just kind of the back and forth there, and then we see Torque try to send things into the corner. All 3 members of the Eagles are directly in front of that net. And with one demo, now might be the opportunity for the Wolves to kind of try to tie up the scoreline.
As the Wolves end up losing out this game, they're going to severely regret not converting that goal that was quite literally on the Eagles scoreline there. Free Ink trying to put another pass up. It was there, but there was no follow-up here. A little bit of a double beat there. Free Ink. That's a close defensive play. Is going to be able to do it. Twitch not going to cut back on that play. Now it's Vault Smash is going to boom the ball to the other side. Torque has to place it backboard defense. Isn't able to get a touch. There could have been a shot on net, but it wasn't taken by Vault Slash. Now Anti trying to set up a pass. Let's get it around several defenders, but not able to set up a teammate.
With that, we do see Free Ink kind of pass it off to Twitch masterfully, but it looks like Anti is going to get up there to disable that pass just as masterfully, and Vault Slash juggle is going to be disrupted. In minute 24, the Wolves are kind of getting uncomfortable here. They haven't been able to even the scoreboard in about 4 minutes.
I really think that the Wolves just sort of need to take an easier shot. There's no reason to get super fancy or try and score something absolutely crazy as you get beat, but it's a bit too far left, but there could be a shot on net by Anti. And
that's up 2.
As I was sort of saying it, I think the Wolves are trying to do too much here. I do think this commit by Free Ink to go for the boost is quite odd as well. Naturally, that read and that bounce is going to bounce back into the main field. And if there's somebody playing there, unless you checked behind you and know nobody's absolutely there, but I doubt you did. And I feel like the Wolves just need to go for an easy shot. They do double commit, but they end up getting the job done. So I guess the results are the biggest thing right here. They're going to limit the score to 1 here.
And then it looks like with that we see the replay of the goal go over to the next 58 seconds remaining. More than enough time for the Wolves to score a goal. To maybe tie things up. It looks like Torque is going to take the 50-50 all the way over to the side. We see Free Ink go up and get some pretty dominant side control. Vault Slash is actually just going to be able to steal it out from right under them as Torque kind of waits in the corner to take possession of the ball, maybe looking to set Twitch up for the next touch. Yep, passes it to Twitch, and actually Anti misses the touch, but Vault Slash is there to get the save. Vault Slash feels like they're everywhere for the Eagles right now.
Yeah, definitely being the impact player right now. Torque looking for a back pass, isn't able to do it. Now Free Ink making a bad touch. Vault Slash is going to get a flick over. Torque was trying to play some defense, isn't able to do it. With 30 seconds left, Torque trying to make a pass happen. Is sort of able to do it. Anti's able to clear the ball over to the corner right now. Free Ink looking for the touch, the pinch off the sidewall, not able to do it. Now Anti's going to clear it to the corner. Torque looking to set themselves up for a solo play right now. Down over to Free Ink. Free Ink's going to take the touch. Twitch hoping to settle it out. Not able to do it. The final couple seconds is going to be a clear. Will they be able to keep it alive? The ball is still up, hovering over the net. Free Ink to get one more touch. Twitch not going to elevate for the ball as they have no boost. Get a touch. And that's going to be the Eagles taking game number 3.
All right, we do have to question how the Wolves won with 2 players, but now that they're back to 3, they lose their first one. What's your read on that?
I definitely think I sort of called it earlier. I think they were trying to do too much of their shots. Some of the the very first goal purely happened because I don't exactly remember who the player, but I believe, actually I'm not going to make any assumptions about it, but there was a touch that was made. I don't know if it was a missed touch or what it was, but they made a slam touch into the sidewall. It bounced out, and typically that's a big no-no when it comes to anything that's in your defensive third. And then Free Ink going to call you out. You went for boost over ball. Those are the pure two reasons why you went for it. Also, there are so many sort of easier shots you guys could have gone for, and you guys didn't take them. You guys went for the really complicated, cool, flashy goals, and I would imagine...
That's all well and good.
Yeah,
but you got to make them.
Yeah, you got to make them. Don't go for them if you're not able to. And you do see Free Ink has a little bit of a card change here, so hopefully they're a little more serious than what they were in the previous game.
Looks like still no subs for both of these teams. It looks like we're going to see Anti get the save after Torque tries to get the shot there. 4 minutes and 41 seconds remaining here. And it looks like Torque is going to not be able to touch the ball as Anti kind of sends it all the way over. Free Ink, not like this. Eagles up 1, 4 minutes and 34 seconds remaining.
Starting off the kickoff here. Free Ink gonna have to pull some redemption points out. Torque can control the ball, perhaps put it in scoring territory. Anti might have a shot. Twitch is gonna be able to 50 it out there. Free Ink's gonna send the ball up to the corner here. Hopefully make a passing play happen. Free Ink's gonna get a double demo there, but the teammates aren't gonna be able to do anything with it. Twitch is gonna backflip twice. And all of Free Ink's effort is gonna go absolutely to nothing here. As Free Ink just going on a demo spree right now. Twitch trying to go for a backboard double touch. Once again, just going for these very, overly complicated shots that don't really need to happen here. Twitch going for a flip reset. Going to be easily defended. Not easily, actually. It was very scary. That was barely the touch off the side of the car.
And immediately after that, we see Vault Slash kind of get it over to the midfield. And then immediately after that, it looks like Free Ink is going to be able to get the touch, kind of send it under the defender there. We do see Torque elevate to get the next touch. And actually, Anti is going to go ahead and steal it and send it right over Free Ink, who is the final defending member for the Wolves, as now bounces it off of Twitch, 50s it into the air in an unexpected direction that Amethyst is looking to take advantage of. As they kind of go up the sidewall fighting Free Ink for the ball. Free Ink is going to send it into the corner and maybe break away and get it clear. No, stops the ball's momentum in the midfield, and then Vault Slash is actually going to kind of take possession of that while Twitch comes in and sends it up into the sidewall. Anti playing a little bit of the back wall there. Now up on the side control, we do see Twitch send it over into the corner. Twitch gets the boost and now is trying to make an offensive play. Passes it to Free Ink, who passes it back to the main field, and there's nobody there. But good for the Wolves, able to kind of tie things up. 2 minutes and 55 seconds remaining.
Taking advantage of mistouch by the Eagles. Once again, it's crazy how these easier shots end up finding their way toward the net, but these crazy ones you're trying to get, like a double touch out the backboard, that we're sort of messing up on. Every shot does not need to be this crazy complicated thing. You can slow the tempo down and control the pace, and sometimes simple is all it needs to do here. Anti's going to get a pinch of the sidewall there. Vault's going to get a 50. Now it's up to Torque. Torque gets 100 boost here. Going to have to put some shadow defense. Free Ink going up. Has to elevate, play some defense there off the crossbar. Still in a dangerous position. Anti, a little bit of team friendship. Saw Vault could have a shot, a missed shot opportunity. Goes a bit too far left, and not a lot of boost on the side of the blue players. Torque going to be able to get a clear, try and play it around Vault. Anti's going to get touch off the sidewall. There could be a shot opportunity, and it is. Twitch, being the shooter for the side of the Wolves, is going to put them up. One more goal. 2 minutes and 17 seconds left.
That we do see Anti tried to get down, but just couldn't make gravity work faster to pull them in front of that ball there as we go to the next 50-50. And it looks like Vault Slash is going to win the next 50-50, where Free Ink goes up to touch the ball, flies onto the ceiling. Vault Slash unable to touch as Free Ink just kind of completely ruins their plans there. And Torque elevates, drives on the skybox a little bit, tries to set Twitch up, but with all three members of Eagles defense, there was no pass to be had, as it now looks like Torque is going to 50-50 the ball up into the air, and now everybody's just kind of left scrambling. It looks like Anti's the first one to collect their wits. And now Twitch currently in possession of the ball, sending it in the corner, but with that demo, Torque is just barely going to get that touch and send the ball skirting on into the goal, putting the Wolves up 3 to the Eagles 1, 1 minute and 44 seconds remaining.
2 for 2 in terms of shots put on goal and shots put in the back of the net from this right side of the corner. And they've all been shots that have sort of been put on that left side of the goal. A pretty standard and basic place to put the ball when you're taking a shot from a corner. As for Inc, gonna have to elevate, get one touch, only good for one more. Twitch is gonna put a shot on net using the back of their car, trying to get a redirect, isn't able to do it though. It's gonna be saved. Twitch has to slow down. Torque's gonna get the cut, try and play on off the backboard. Twitch and Iowa elevate, gets the back flip. As for Inc, up and elevates, trying to get the pinch. Twitch might be there to get the follow-up, not able to do it. Torque now off the backboard, gonna put a shot on net, hits the corner there.
Oh, but Free Inc with the follow-up that the Wolves need. 4-1, a minute and 12 seconds as we go to the next 50-50. You see Torque kind of bounce it off of the side. We're going to say that's calculated. That wasn't a shot on goal. That was a setup for Free.
Yeah. we can go for that one. We can go for that one.
And then the 50-50 is going to send the ball up into the air, and then we see Free Inc currently in possession of the ball, bouncing it off of the sidewalls, looking to set up Twitch mid, but Anti's just going to break away and get, almost get a goal on an empty net. Just the accuracy was 10% lacking. It goes too far to the right.
There's Free Inc trying to get something happen on the ceiling. Isn't able to do it. Loses the flip. Not able to stick with it. Now Torque gets one up off the ceiling. To touch the ceiling vault, trying to get a read here. It's an interesting little touch. Twitch to put something on the corner of the net. Not able to keep the momentum, not able to conserve the momentum after the flip. Read the ball a little bit wrong. Amethyst just mere inches away from saving the ball.
Just barely a little bit too far back. And then as we go to the next 50, Wolves up 4, 5-1, 36 seconds remaining. The Eagles have maybe got to mentally reset, make sure they're still in the game. We kind of see them bounce up around that corner there, and then we see Twitch kind of send things over to the side, and then we see Free Inc get a breakaway, and it looks like Anti's looking to be the big defender here. Clears it away from the Wolves, now goes up the sidewall, and has an opportunity to be aggressive, but chooses to pass it to Vault Slash, who then sends it up into the air. Torque unable to defend, but Twitch just kind of plays the goalie, gets the save, and with that, Free Inc breaks away and scores another goal for the Wolves.
Able to find a break here. I do like the full man press offense. Talked about it before, a little bit of hockey strat. Not exactly the same implication in terms of Rocket League, but when you're down that far, you might as well just commit the whole yard of you to attempt to make a goal. But with the 5-goal deficit and merely 5 seconds left to score, I think it's GG's for the side of this game. Torque is going to put it up one more here, and Brazil the Eagles. Said you can do it now. 2 seconds left. It's a GG's go next.
I do think the Eagles, I think maybe some subs would help. I think they definitely need the opportunity to mentally reset after this match 7-1. It looks like Free Inc's going to get things up into the air. The Eagles are maybe looking to score a goal, but unfortunately that ball is going to be spiked down by the Wolves.
Now match point here.
What are your tips for not tilting?
For not tilting? Heck if I know. I don't know. I tilt every time. No, I'm kidding.
This is why Colin isn't on the team.
I would. Oh, that one hurt. That was an unnecessary shot. I would guess. I mean, not really guess, but sort of getting up out of your seat, take a step away, relax. The biggest thing is mental. It's in your head. It's ultimately up to you, right? You are the one that gets tilted. And as tilting as something can be, like a demo or a missed touch or backflipping or not getting your shot on net. At the end of the day, it's you, and it's a competition. So it's got to be, I got to want it more. And if you want more than the other team, you're going to find strategies and ways to get over being tilted.
You see it over into the corner, Colin. Sage advice. And then we see Twitch kind of send it over into the midfield. Actually, just send it right over into the corner. We see all 3 members of the Wolves playing in the midfield as they... Ooh, actually, Torque is going to break forward, try to attempt a shot, but it's going to go too far into the left as Free Inc just bullies this ball and pinches it off of the enemy team. The ball is just going back and forth, corner to corner on the Eagles side of the field.
Not able to get much. Amethyst pressing a little bit too far forward. Not Not looking to get the beat here. Not a very smart use of commitment here. Amethyst goes a little bit too far forward. Doesn't see Torque. Is already up for the ball. And no matter what, Torque has to get the worst touch of their life for that ball not to end up in your net. Fortunately for Torque and ET Wolves, that's going to be the case. They're going to be up 1-0 hearing off the kickoff here. Twitch going to get a pinch here. Set up Free Ink in the midfield. Free Ink's going to get the touch. Now at the backboard is their fault by Torque.
Ooh.
There it is.
3-man plays. That was pretty nice. I mean, we saw the setup from midfield. We see Free Ink kind of bounce it off of the backboard, and then we see Torque come in to just kind of put the final nail in the coffin, solidifying the Wolves' lead of 2-0, 4 minutes and 9 seconds remaining.
Did count as a turtle shot on the side of Torque, too. Just about getting under 4 minutes here. A dead stop. Pick off Free Ink. Try to make something happen here. Wasn't able to do it. Amethyst is going to get the save. Not a lot of boost on the side of the orange. Only one player quit with a lot. Twitch trying to get the passing play to connect. Isn't able to do it. Now it's Free Ink. Got the 100 boost. Has to make some defensive plays happen. Gets one touch off the ceiling. Looking for a second. Trying to get it to Torque. Torque now has to pass it upfield. Amethyst doesn't get the touch they're looking for. Twitch trying to get a passing play over to a teammate. Also not able to do it. But this could be an open net if nobody elevates.
Ooh.
Anti has to be the defensive god for the side of the
Slide
ET
on
Wolves, or ET Eagles right now.
And immediately after that, we can see a clear over to midfield where Twitch is kind of trying to keep it over into the orange, but Amethyst is going to try to keep it in the mid. Actually, and then Torque is going to 50 that ball up into the air, and now it's Vault Slash as Free Ink elevates to get the next touch. Twitch elevates to do the same, and it looks like this is a Wolves push here as all members of the Eagles rotate back into the defensive third of the field.
Torque trying to play it around a couple players, isn't able to do it. 2-0 still on the side of the Eagles. Something's going to have to happen for them.
Torque just waiting.
Torque was just waiting, gets a beautiful little touch, pops it up for Free Ink. Free Ink trying to make a pass happen to Twitch.
Ooh.
Twitch going to take a shot off the sidewall. It is played well on the side of the beat backboard. But Twitch had a lot of free space and 50 boosts to do it. Gets the reset off the ceiling. Holding on to the boost. Was looking for the breezy. Isn't able to make it happen though. Free Ink going for the 50 here. Going to send it all the way back through the corner. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left remaining here. Still scoreless for the side of the Eagles.
And then as we kind of go over, Free Ink bouncing it off the backboard. Is there a follow-up touch? It looks like it's coming from Twitch down midfield. Will they be able to get it above defenders? No, it goes too far to the left. Defenders didn't need to lift a finger to stop that goal from going in. Then we see Anti kind of bounce things around in the corner. It looks like the Eagles are trying to mount an offensive. Torque says absolutely not. Sends it back into the corner. Vault Slash currently in possession of the ball, but Twitch and Free Ink are boxing them in. They can't get out. And then we kind of see possession of Amethystical, bounce it off of the sidewall where Torque is waiting to bounce it off of the backboard a little bit, and then with the ball kind of resets back into this corner, and Vault Slash currently has an empty net should they choose to shoot.
Kind of going for a little bit of Doomsday Dish action off the side of the wall. Torque now trying to get a double touch. Free Ink trying to make the read. There's a bit of a triple commit on the side of the Wolves. This could be a free net. There is not going to have the possibility more as Torque had already rotated back, but a touch off the ceiling could be dangerous for the side of the Wolves. A minute 30 seconds left. Free Ink trying to work with Twitch. Anti once again credited for the save. Save God for the side of the Eagles once again coming in clutch. Free Ink's going to get the boost. Twitch now has to play a little bit of 50. The bad positioning. Free Ink's able to get the save and prevent that 0 to turn to a 1 for the side of the Eagles.
And it looks like Twitch is going to pop the ball off from the corner of their car. And Anti actually is just going to intercept that and score the first goal. 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining. Eagles only down 1 now. Twitch sends it up in the air. Anti says, sure, I'll take that.
Yeah, I do like the flick, you know, in sort of this pressure point of like you feel like you're going to get pressured. So a flick like that is typically able to make the first man sort of pause and stop or go flying over you. Just in this case, the first man was too far out, didn't take a look to see if there's any pressure on you, and the Wolves ended up paying for it, but they might pay it back. Spade's not able to do it, though. Once again, just the Wolves are loving this crossbar.
It looks like Amethyst is currently in possession of the ball on the side wall. It looks like Free Ink on the defensive. They're just going to stop the ball's momentum as the remaining members of the Wolves kind of all rotate back to the blue third here as Slash is kind of circling, looking for a goal. Anti's going to bounce it off the bottom. It looks like Torque is AFK, and Anti gets our next goal of the game. Wolves and Eagles tied 2-2, 35 seconds remaining.
It's so close. The Wolves love this backboard. Give it your number at this point. The amount of times you've passed it there.
Put a ring on it.
Put a ring on the backboard. Okay, it was a fake. It was a fake.
Like, not with this.
I feel like once again we need to go back to the simple times. We need to go back to the point where, you know, the passes are simple, the shots are simple, because that's when the Wolves were honestly scoring their best. And when the Eagles got the most deterred here, oh, what could have been the finishing goal for the side of the Wolves ends up looking out as Twitch plays some defense, but a great 50 for Amethyst. This could be a passing play that could mean disaster, and it is.
So we were giving the Eagles all this advice about how to mentally reset after that. I think it's going to be the Wolves that need to change their outlook here as Anti just kind of goes above everybody. All 3 goals on the board. Anti is the Eagles' hero in shining armor right now. 3 goals in the last 30 seconds. And now the Wolves are on the back foot. Match point, but they can't keep it alive, and the Eagles take it away. 2 to the Wolves 3.
You know, I really...
What changed in the Wolves?
I just feel like they're really starting to underestimate them. I'm honestly a little disappointed in the way they've played it, and I keep saying it time and time again. Once again, I feel like a broken record every time I come on this desk to talk about Rocket League for Esports Tower, because there's just this level of inconsistency in going for these really skilled shots and going for the shots that require a little bit more mechanical ability, and that are these like. Either A, you have to be an extremely mechanical player, like some in-house players like Dirtho, who hit these shots on the daily, or you should realistically not be going for them. Yes, you hit them every now and then, and it's cool. Get me. I do the same thing, but in a competitive sense, I feel like at the end of the day, you just have to be like, hey, let's set it up for some simple backboard passes. Somebody plays a little bit deeper and just waits for the mistakes to occur.
This ain't practice time, Wolves. You got to get your heads in the game and respect your opponent. Otherwise, Anti's coming for your goal line.
Yeah, you had a 2-goal lead, and you somehow lost it. I feel like at that point, you have to go back to the drawing board, and there's got to be something you fix. There's no way it's
Put
just...
some respect on the Eagles' name.
Yeah.
Kind of see Anti, and actually Free Ink goes in the skybox, passes it over to Torque in front of the goal, sends it over into the next corner. We see Amethyst kind of go up the sidewall. Torque going up the sidewall, actually has an empty net. Doesn't quite have the shot as Anti just barely bumps and disrupts that. We do see Amethyst and Free Ink kind of fighting each other for the ball in this corner. We see Free Ink kind of get a clear to main, passes it to Vault Slash. Back and forth, they're just passing it down this field. And then we see Twitch get it clear all the way over into the orange corner, where now the Wolves are trying to find a way out.
Missed shot opportunity from the side of Twitch there. Torque trying to make up for it here. Send it back into orange corner. Free Ink going for an interesting angle for a shot. Trying to get a passing play to happen. Doesn't go for it. Now it's Twitch making a cut rotation here. Isn't able to get the 50 play. Now it's Torque in a dangerous position here. Going to control the ball. Set the ball in front of the net here. Don't get the pinch clear. They're looking for a little bit of double commit as well. It's in a dangerous situation. Not able to get the touch to get sort of the back pass play. Twitch is finally able to come in clutch and get a clear play here. Now a little bit of confusion. They are able to send it back to the corner here, but this could be a goal. Torque is able to get the double touch play off the corner here. Now it's a big thing of, you know, can the Wolves continue the score lead, or are they going to be able to, or are they going to lose it again to the Eagles?
We see Amethyst just barely be unable to make the save there. 3 minutes and 38 seconds is a lot. The Eagles have done more scoring with less time, so the Wolves definitely still need to be much more wary as Vault Slash going to send the ball all the way over to the upper right-hand corner around the goal. And then immediately after that, Twitch takes possession, and Free Ink spikes it down, hits the ground, and right into the goalpost, putting the Wolves up to 3 minutes and 26 seconds remaining.
If you make that read and you hit that shot every time, I can't criticize you, but it's the fact you go for that.
Don't hit it every time.
And you miss it. It's a coin toss at this point, but you hit it this time, so I guess results matter. But once again, you guys had a 2-0 lead before, and you lost out on it. So it's really a big thing of, can your mental and mechanical skills and gameplay sense stick with you throughout the entirety of the game? Because if you don't, the Eagles are going to come up and snatch game number 6.
It's coming for you. And then we see Free Ink kind of demo Vault Slash, and then over into the corner, we see Twitch kind of take it off of the corner, get that side control, bounce it off the side. Looks like they're trying to pass to Torque. Unfortunately, the ball's going to go a little bit too far to the left for that to count as a goal. And Twitch misses the next touch for a potential goal. We see Free Ink kind of send things over into the orange. So the Wolves dreams are still alive as they miss the second shot, and Vault Slash playing on the skybox. Not necessarily on the defense, though, and luckily Amethyst is there to make up for that.
Vault Slash hits the corner here. Now it's up to Torque. Torque already on a line with the net, but there is no quality defensive play attempted there. I believe it was Amethyst, or no, it was Anti that was one that was close, but ended up hitting the crossbar. They ended up making the read wrong, and that's the Wolves getting a staggering more lead. This is more than what they had in the last game here with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left to go. Free Ink's going to send it over to the corner here. Now it's Anti going to send back over to the sidewall. Doesn't able to get a clear touch here. So is Twitch. Torque is able to clear over to the corner here. Amethyst also going to make a missed touch as well. Now it's Torque. One more off the backboard here, looking for a touchdown. Is able to find it.
Looking on him.
The Wolves team has finally come alive here. They've sort of said, all right, we're going to end it out here. They start making these touches and these passing plays to themselves. The solo plays are finally coming alive. They're starting to connect with their solo plays, and against a team like the Eagles, who is going to give you a lot of free room in the air, it's a deadly approach when these things start connecting. But as I sort of say that, the Eagles are going to get a kickoff goal, and now it's back to a 3-goal game.
They're focused on the more individual play instead of the basics of Rocket League. They're making some of these mechanically intensive shots at the cost of leaving your net open off of the 50-50.
Yeah.
Straining it a little bit here, Wolves.
I would say if the Eagles were a team that were able to convert more and recognize the mistakes their opponents are making, you'd be in a lot more trouble right now. But the Eagles
5-1.
are making just as many sort of mistakes as the Wolves are. The Wolves cleaned it up a little bit more over time, though.
2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining. The Eagles are at a 4-goal deficit if they want to tie. But they're pretty good at making 50-50 goals, so we'll see what kind of happens here. It looks like Amethystical is going to win the 50-50. A goal is not forthcoming as Free Ink gets the next touch, and immediately after that we see Anti kind of bounce things over into the corner. Twitch is the one to get the next touch, and it goes over Anti, but still kind of stuck in the midfield here as actually Twitch passes right in front of Amethyst, and Amethyst says, thanks for the free point.
Yeah, Twitch makes a missed touch on the buttons or just makes a misread on that ball and gives Amethyst a completely open net there for their taking. And the Eagles are keeping that a 3-goal game, so you cannot discredit them on that fact alone. And Free Ink attempting to go for a ceiling play, isn't able to make it happen. Looking for a pitch with Twitch. I don't think any defender realistically saw that coming. I know I didn't see that. Couldn't see Twitch until the very last second.
Where did he even come from?
Midfield, and Amethyst was actually really close to making that save, just centimeters off.
Amethyst's hairs were disturbed by the ball whizzing by.
Yep.
And then it looks like we kind of sent things over into the corner. It looks like Vault Slash is going to elevate to get that ball and hope. Actually, just going to miss the touch a little bit there. And then Anti is going to bounce it off of the corner, off of the skybox, get it clear to midfield where Twitch once again takes possession, passes it, trying to pass it to Free Ink, perhaps. And then Torque down the midfield, kind of skirts it into the corner there, and then Anti's able to take possession, and that's a momentarily empty net for the Wolves here, but unfortunately the Eagles are not able to capitalize on that. 1 minute and 8 seconds remaining, the Wolves up 6-2.
Torque goes to the 50 here, now get under the minute section here of the game. Twitch is going to get a big clear. Free Ink trying to get a redirect or a pass over to Twitch. Isn't going to be able to make it happen here. Now it's Wait, or it's Vault that has possession of the ball, trying to play it around a couple. Is able to play it around Twitch, though, but no more than one here. Anti's going to miss the touch on the ball. Free Ink going for a solo play off the wall again. Gets disrupted by Twitch. Off the back where there could be a follow-up by Torque. There was, but the shot goes a bit too wide here. And now the ball just sort of left in the midfield. It could be Vault Slash's chance to make a play there, not as they're disrupted. And Amethyst is able to get defensive play. Credited for the save. Now Twitch looking for the passing play to develop. But it's going to be the ET Eagles with less than 20 seconds here. It's looking desperate.
5 seconds per goal if they want to tie. And it looks like Twitch is going to get demoed, which might present an opportunity here as Amethyst and Anti gets the shot in the corner as the final 8 seconds dwindle. The Wolves with a 4-point lead at match point. Looks like Twitch is going to kind of just keep it on the top of their car, send it up into the air. Vault Slash looking to get the touch, but Torque just kind of crushes their dreams right in front of him as the ball is still in the air. Can't unwinnable round for the Eagles as Amethyst pops it back up into the air, and both of these teams are kind of looking to score in OT. The ball is going to kind of roll on the edges a little bit there, and then we see it finally touch the ground, and that is game to the Wolves. Good job on the Eagles, though, for punishing your opponents.
Yeah, finally able to make all this stuff start connecting. In the last game, more than anything, I feel like if it would have started out earlier, or if these shots that they were going for would have connected like it was in this game, this would have been a 4-0 sweep, but it wasn't. So it ended up going 4-2.
Show off your favorite college team apparel, whether it's Boise State or someone else. iSlides and Esports Tower have teamed up with the World of Streams for Wishes. Scan the QR code on screen and a portion of your purchase will go to Make-A-Wish. Make sure to use the promo code WISHES. Colin's got some on the way, so you definitely should too. So before we take a look at our ET player of the game, let's take a look at how the standings are looking after our Spring Rocket League Rumble Series after week 1. Week 3, excuse me.
We're going to see the finish stand. Honestly, my predictions,
Stingrays have got to move up.
No, definitely still moved up. Lynxes are still probably at the top with 7 points. I think it's going to be all 4 Lynx players, probably 2 or 3 Stingray players, I would say. I would say at least 2. I would say minimum 2. And then from there, I think the Mammoths will still have a couple there. The Eels might have some players there. Beyond that, it's a toss-up for my head.
And I think the Wolves not getting the sweep is definitely going to hurt them in the standings. Because we saw a Wolves player like kind of in the 6-7 spot. And I think that not getting the sweep and the Stingrays getting the sweep. The Stingrays are coming for your crown, Lynxes. I definitely do, just have to say. Sweeping 2 weeks in a row after sleeping the first week, they're coming after you.
It's a lot more sweeps than – no. I think the same amount of sweeps that they've had before.
Okay, so skipping standings, let's transition to the player of the game discussion.
Dot.
I want to nominate – if we're nominating an underdog, I want to go for Anti. Because I definitely think that Anti was a standout player for the Eagles that punished the Wolves, even though the Wolves ended up winning in the end.
Being the save god. Gonna find out who it's Phantom. So it's still a Stingrays player.
Same team. Close enough.
I was close enough, but yeah, definitely Phantom. I feel like every player on this team during this series could have been a standout player for player of the game. It was a 3-0 sweep, and to sweep a team, you need either one player that's absolutely the carry or all 3 contributing to the success of the team.
Definitely, and tonight's player of the game is brought to you by Esports Tower. April, we stream for wishes. That's why we're asking for your support in helping us grant these gaming wishes and in support of making a wish. By donating, you can help us make these dreams a reality for amazing kids. Phantom is the Esports Tower player of the game. And then we kind of just see them skirted into the goal there, elevate up there. Is there a pass by Mainfield? Actually, no. I think this is one of the ones that they just cross map.
Yeah,
this was the chef's kiss of the night. We see them rotate around their goal, give themselves the time and space, and then just aerial dribble it all the way into the goal. And frankly, I got goosebumps after that play.
More like they were given the time and space to do that.
That's true.
Give yourself the time and
shot
space.
them down.
Somebody could have gone up for that ball and stopped it very easily. But yeah, I feel like to end it out, going to be a broken record again. I'm excited. More than anything, I want to see I wish at the end of the season I could wish to see a progression of like a team from like week 1 to like the final week and see how much their play style has changed. So. I'm more than anybody am excited to see that, especially for a team like the Wolves, who I feel like is a team that can do these things and can face big dogs in top teams, but
they got to keep the ego.
They got to keep the team morale and mentality there. If not, you're just going to falter and fall short.
Congratulations on the win, though. And congratulations to all of our team on a fantastic Week 3 to our Spring Rumble Series. The Stingrays might be the hottest team right now heading into Week 4, coming after the Lynxes with back-to-back sweeps in the last 2 weeks. And I wonder if there's anybody else that can slow them down. Make sure you join us next Wednesday at 6 p.m. EST as we head into Week 4 as everyone battles it out for that top spot. We'll close out with the top 5 sponsored by Esports Tower. You know how much gaming means to so many of us, and we can only imagine how much it means to to these kids. Let's come together and make a difference in their lives and help support Make-A-Wish. I'm Colby, and this is Colin, and thanks for watching. Does it well to get the defense.
Oh,
Big
50
clear.
could be dangerous for Seiko. Oh, the triple commit and a triple miss. Gonna leave the net stupendously open, and State's gonna steal the goal.
Oh my gosh. State was just somehow teleported into the middle of that net, in the middle of the screen.
Spotlight, especially when you have the mechanical ability to score some amazing goals, but unfortunately not everyone can. And a demo with some good timing. Dodd's gonna find a pretty open net and put the Stingrays up early, 1-0.
And you know why was there to back it up to? 4 minutes and 47 seconds. And it looks like with a demo.
Rest and Pepperoni trying to set up a little bit of passing play here. He's gonna be able to do it. One more touch on the sidewall. Dot trying to slow it down at the top of the car. And now State gonna go under the car, reposition themselves for Nibs.
Why?
What was supposed to be a passing play gets easily cut off by Y with the speed the Stingrays are displaying. It's dangerous to...
Dot currently bouncing over, and it looks like Nif is going to be the next one to take possession. No, Dot's going to steal it from him. State playing the goalie position there, and actually just gets a big clear. Phantom has rotated in time, but not good enough to stop the goal there. Putting the Hammerheads on the board. Now the Stingrays are only up 1. 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Still in this game.
This could be dangerous, though. They place a backboard defense. The miss off the backboard. Y had a shot to take, wasn't going to be able to do it. Seiko trying to get a disrupt on Phantom. Phantom's going to flick it over 1 and an open net. Some beautiful mechanical display there from the side of the Stingrays. Even though 2 members end up missing some shots,